came from? Can you see where you're going? Do you think you're in control? Do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth? Welcome to the Chromosome 2-part cast, where we talk about genealogy, Helldivers 2, and topical news.
And we are not live.
Welcome back to the Chromosome 2 podcast. People.
Chromosome 2.
Yeah.
2.
Episode 13.
Heck yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
So what were you saying about?
Oh, so cool story. Guitarist for Van Halen. He, like in their heyday, this motherfucker had so much money that he would pay a guy specifically just to make sure there was a lit cigarette
Yes.
in the end of his guitar.
Yep.
All the time. Yeah. So if he would never have not have a cigarette on the end of his guitar that was lit.
How? What do you use, like wires and?
So okay, up on the tuning forks, there's
like
sometimes
this?
there's a way. Yeah, there's
Like this?
little
Yeah.
crevice spots like that where you can finagle a cigarette in there.
Already lit.
Yeah. So you just light them for him and stick them in there and get to him when he's not doing the. Like,
Wow.
you know,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That guy probably got paid a lot.
$20.
Well, Snoop Dogg pays girls to roll his joints. Or wait, no, that's Cat Williams. I'm sure Snoop Dogg too, but Cat Williams pays girls to,
Dude, that
to
guy
just
could
be
just-
professional joint rollers for him.
God damn, that's crazy.
Snoop
freaking
Dogg could just do it under like a second. Literally a second.
I bet.
So,
But he's so rich, he probably out of practice. He doesn't need to roll himself anymore.
what is his name? Kai Cenat.
All right, I'm out.
I don't know who that is.
So Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat has Snoop
Zoomer
Dogg.
streamer.
Yeah.
Think that.
Yeah. So he had him on.
I did see him streaming out the back of a U-Haul one time when it was raining,
Wait,
and that
what?
was kind of funny. I'll give him that. That was
Okay.
that was a cool gimmick.
All right. So Kai Cenat had Snoop Dogg on his live stream one time, and
Really?
yeah. And Snoop Dogg was like, "What time is it?" He says the time, I think it was like 5:20, 7:20 or something like that. And then you see Snoop Dogg and Kai Cenat just looking at his chat, and then you see Snoop Dogg done.
Just like that.
Oh, he's
Just
rolled
like
the joint
that.
right
He
down the
just
spot?
rolled a joint. And
That's
then
a party trick. He had that ready.
maybe, but I mean, he's been
That's too much.
he's been indulging in the herb, so he's probably pretty good at it.
So our
Yeah.
weekly Snoop Dogg update. Our bi-weekly Snoop Dogg update.
I was thinking about this episode would be controversy.
Controversy. That we're going to title this one Controversy.
Controversy, maybe.
Yeah.
Controversy.
I'm sure you've all heard the recent allegations, and I should tell you, none of them are true. I do not stalk women through dark alleyways. I'm merely making sure they make it home safe and sound. And I have my knife just in case anything happens.
Just to
and
be
I want her
the-
to know while I'm following her that I'm keeping her safe. So I brandish it. I let her know.
It's like Dennis from
What he did.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He just has like tape, rope. He just has shit in the back of chains, the back of his
Hey,
truck.
he's ready.
He's
ready.
ready. What are you ready for, dude? Like, what the hell?
I'm just gonna say it. I'm beating the
I'm
allegations too. I am that woman that walks down dark alleyways.
He's right.
Yeah.
I knew
All
it.
right.
I knew it. You're a woman. I knew it.
All right, so get on to your segment. Start
Yeah.
with yours. All right. Wait,
I guess-
we're going back in time. We're going back. We're going. You know I'm ready for it. This is what I live for.
Back in time.
Oh, that was nice.
But
It was crisp.
I think also that it seems like we're closer to war than anything.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
see that
It's
too.
kind of scary.
Trump just sitting on the edge there with tariff and
Man.
tariffs.
Because I've been, following S2 Underground and watching those bombers on Diego Garcia. It's all, it's all just and the tariff thing was all just against China, and China's screwed, I think. And I feel sorry for the Chinese people, but they had a choice, man, and it's bad. It's pretty bad.
I will say about S2 Underground, he's one of the only motherfuckers where I have to turn down the speed I listen to because
Yes,
I was listening to him
It's
at
too
work.
much information.
That and he was tracking like ship movements and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, you
bro,
saw
hold
that
up,
one.
Hold up. How legal is all this?
No, it's perfect. Oh, damn. It's
Yeah,
perfectly
it's-
legal because, okay, that's the kind of shit I do. Like, I'm like, looking at pictures, like autism, weaponized
Yeah.
autism, and that's kind of like what he does. Like the story about the what was it? He will not divide us.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
Yep.
LaBeouf. Okay, when all that was happening, those weaponized autism guys basically were able to locate a Al Qaeda base, ISIS base in Iraq, based off of the antennas and wires in the background in the mountain. And they let we found the location of this place if you guys are just wondering. I was like, oh, thanks, guys.
Yo, nice. Nice.
Boom. There's a fucking bomb. Boom.
That
We
time,
got him.
That time 4chan helped us bomb.
Yes, exactly. No, and that's true. That's a damn true story.
Yeah, that's where they need to do their hiring, find those people.
The
that
real
hunt stuff down.
cannibal. Shia
Because
LaBeouf.
I was watching, I can look at photos and I can look at a map and I can kind of do the same thing. So it was like, I totally get that. And he was looking at the ships, seeing what ship was there. And the detail he went into is like, man, that is really good because it's not, God damn it, I keep hearing my sneeze, my breathing in. Fucking breathing in and out, in. Breathing is just so hard. But yeah, it's the details on the map and the ships and basically like the level deck and the lips and everything he was talking about. It was like, that's fucking awesome how he does it. And it's like, he was saying also like, I know this is real boring stuff. I was like, no. To me, it was not boring because I was like, that's the kind of detail that you need. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, I should have said it earlier before about the helicopter that came by. Mm-hmm. Damn it. Okay, I will say this. They're doing maneuvers in Kansas. Mm-hmm. I heard far away from us. Yeah, I heard about it. And I drove over there, this town far away, and I was watching the helicopters settle, right? Okay, this is what I witnessed. I witnessed 4 vehicles going fast, tight together, like you see in the movies in Iraq and Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. Tight. Roll in into the where they were landing at. Mm-hmm. They rolled in. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, look at those guys. And they rolled in, I lost contact with them. They went around the building. I could see their lights going across the grass. I go, oh, they're going into the landing strip. Mm. Then I saw the helicopter, the front light go on, off.
Ooh.
And then 30 seconds later, I saw 9 guys walk out, full gear. And I was watching them. And they had night vision. Yeah. And it was dark. All I could see was possible silhouettes here or there. Mm-hmm. But I could see the splash on their face. Yeah. And when they looked towards me, I could see the glare in their lenses. And I was like, oh my God, they're looking right at us. I was like, oh, now I know what the enemy feels like. Mm-hmm. I was like, holy shit.
Except they won't even hear them.
Nope.
They're on you like that.
So you hear. You're dead. So I see them walking. There's 9 of them. I was able to count them. And I could see the silhouette of the first one. Mm-hmm. And I could see the fucking tier 1 helmet that they're fucking wearing. I could see it. And then I saw antennas on the side. I go, oh my God, they're all geared up. Now I can't see, but I think I was seeing slings and weapons down. Mm-hmm. And they're geared up. They loaded the helicopter. Boom. 30 seconds, they were gone. Right?
That's cool.
And so the first thing I said was, where in the fuck did those fucking vehicles come from? They came out of nowhere. Do they have a safe house in the area? Are they practicing with the local sheriff's department or the city? Mm-hmm. Are they coming out of a silo? Because there's, not ours. But where the hell are they coming from? Then I got information that they did it again a second time. Second day, they did it again. And I was watching them on the radar. And not only that, there were 5 A-10s flying overhead.
Damn.
They had air cover. They were doing a direct action. Practice direct actions, what they were doing. Exfil.
Wow.
And they're fucking cool stuff.
In freaking Kansas. Okay.
Yeah. And because you have Riley, you have the impact area. Where is it? I don't know where it's at, but the impact area west of Salina for the practice for Riley to do their bombing rushes.
You don't want to get lost out there.
Yeah. And
don't be doing any camping out there.
No. So when I was tracking them on the radar, the legal that there's two A10s. Now, I couldn't tell they're A10s because all I'm looking at is a computer image of two things flying around in a circle, the same pattern I saw before, and they were called Gun 21 and Gun 31.
That's cool.
And I was like, holy fuck. And then so I found out more. They're a reserve unit out of Marine Corps reserve unit out of New Jersey, and they're just doing task force practicing and stuff like that. So it was really impressive when I saw that. Because as soon as I heard that, I followed them, all the way out there. And I was like, where? Oh, that's where they landed. And I watched them. I was like, this is fucking cool. And that's what I miss. That's what I miss about being, in it.
Yeah.
I was at the bottom of the barrel, nowhere near what they're doing. And that shit was fucking cool, dude. Yeah, it was just really cool. I was really proud to see that, like, doing that in our country. Like we're and the A10s overhead, like, we're good. Like, don't do anything stupid, but that's protecting us. And if any a terrorist attack happens, yeah, and if it's out in the middle of somewhere where they can rip them up, they can do it.
Yeah, you know what the modum operandi for the terrorist is, right? It's like it's not to attack dense urban centers as much. It's more so to hit the rural, like, rinky-dink, middle of nowhere places.
Well,
because that instills fear everywhere. It's like, wow, even this small little town could have gotten hit. Like, anywhere could be hit next.
I don't think the military or the law enforcement would get there quick enough because I think civilians would take them out first.
Yeah, that's the other Second Amendment.
Yeah.
That's why.
So they can try, but they're gonna fuck up.
Cletus, get damn 60.
Yeah, I know. Because there's a farmer out there who's got a 50 cal hidden somewhere.
He's just waiting.
And you can see in that helicopter too. I don't want to give the description of the helicopter, but I could see that they had a grenade launcher at the tail end.
Whoa.
It was not a 50 cal. That was a fucking grenade launcher. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure of that. Like a 203, like the back of a Humvees. Those Humvees that had the grenade launchers. That's what that was.
I think I actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
God, I want to go out to Vegas and shoot one of those.
So that's what I saw a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really proud of what they're doing out here. All right, so we're gonna go into finally
The Mark 19.
going back in time. Yeah, I think that's it. Now we're at the final stage, to where we get to us. This is Hama. Now the way I always have a hard time saying this, but it's Hama. I gotta say them all.
You want to show it to me? I can take
Yeah.
a crack at it.
You're gonna-
So I do it in order, it's easier. So hominoids, that's at 28 million. Hominids, 17 million. Hominine is at 12 million. Hominin, 7 million, 7.6 million. And after hominin is hominane. And that's the final one. Now, from the last time we talked about hominin, and that is the group of which we know as humans and chimpanzees now. That's a hominin, right? And before that was hominin, and then now we're into the hominane. Now, hominane, that takes place around 7.4 million BC, and before the hominin, when they were combined with the chimpanzees, we were one family pretty much in Africa. Pretty quick after that, about 225,000 years later, we separate. And that's when we become hominane, and you have the chimpanzees become the panin. That's what they're called later on. So they separate. Now, where is it here? Now, we've always kind of, there's some controversy. Now, the controversy is, where do the human line start, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, you can pick anywhere you want in the timeline and say, I'm from here, and you're from there. I can start from me. I'm being from Texas. I could say, yeah, I'm from Texas, and now I'm in Kansas. But if I go back to, say, 1,000 years ago, it'd probably be somewhere in the Kingdom of England, right? And then you go further that to, like, say, 17,000 BC, I'd be the battle axe culture, right? You can pick any time, and that's where you're from, right? So when we did this, we're basically talking about the primates is where we started from. So the euprimates, it's understood that they were from Asia. Now there is some saying that when the Indian continent, the one that slamming into the Himalayas, that's why the Himalayas are really tall, that it's possible that the euprimates were actually on that continent in India, and then it collided with it, and that's where they came out from. But they don't really know. That's what they're thinking. But they definitely know. They could have come from it, but I'm saying definitely that you primates originate in Asia, and that's around 55 million BC. And then sometime later, again, they're still in Asia as a haplorhymine. They're still in Asia as the simiiforms. But then when they're simiiforms, they spread out to Africa. They eventually go into South America. They go into Europe. And those simiiforms that were in Africa turn into the catarrhini, right? And that's where the catarrhini were in Africa. Now, from the catarrhini, pretty much from there, the catarrhini were the first time that we were actually in Africa, and that's around 32 million years ago, BC, right? And then the next phase would be hominoids, and we're still in Africa. The next phase would be hominids. We're still in Africa, spreading out a little bit. We're mainly in Africa. And then when you get to hominine, they're still in Africa, and that's where the controversy comes. It was always understood that the hominine were from Africa, and that's where they're called the African apes. Because first you have the apes, which is the hominoids. Next phase was the great apes, which is closer in family, which is the hominids, and they're in Africa. And then when you get to the hominine, they call them the African apes. Actually, you can call them African apes, but they're originally from Europe. And that's where they go to Europe. And remember I was talking about last time how the food, there's fruits are going away and all this other stuff, right? So it could be, there's still arboreal quadrupeds at this time still when they're hominine. And when they go into Europe, before that, and they turn into the hominine in Europe, those are African apes. So that's the first controversy there. Because there's at least like 15, we saw earlier in that video from that really pretty lady that talks about this and stuff. I forget her name. But
History with Kayla.
Yeah, God, it's very distracting. I have to put the subtitles to cover her chest so I can listen to what she's saying. Stop shaking when you're talking.
Stop.
Yeah, she keeps jumping and it's like, cut it out. I'm trying to learn here. But she has really good information. I don't think she's reading the prompter. I don't think anyone's feeding her. She really knows her stuff. The same as Guts at Gibbons, and the other two guys I follow also. I forget the other two guys' names.
I just know.
You only know the girls. Yeah, I know.
Well, because I never seen the other ones.
There's two. There's like you say four. There's those two girls and the other two guys I watch because their stuff is pretty well, and I learn a lot from all of them. And I basically mash it all together until I can comprehend it myself, basically. So where I went to hominine were in Europe and they develop, that's where the controversy starts. And there's about 15 roughly through time, through that whole like 20 million years ago. They're still there. They've braided away. They mix and they mingle and stuff. There's crossbreeding. And that's where the hominine come from. And then you have the hominin. And then from there, they spread out to Africa. And after the hominine, they become the hominane. Now we split from the chimpanzees, and we're still in Africa. But we go back to Europe. And that's when those two guys remember saying that they wanted me to leave the podcast. I don't know what I was talking about.
Well, one guy. Yeah,
so those two guys, you can contact them back later. Say, hey, now we're here, finally here. And now I understand. Now, that controversy is I was saying earlier. The only evidence they find basically is teeth and the palate of their skull, basically, at the top part of the
roof of the mouth. Yep.
Yeah, and I'll show you pictures of that, like what parts. Now, Guts at Gibbons has a really good diagram of like how they evolve and everything, and she's a specialist when it comes to teeth. And what's really neat is that every single one of these, it's getting to the point to where there's so many samples. There's I'll put the numbers, like this is how many of these species they found. Like I think it was the first Australopithecus, like one of the first ones. The Australopithecus, there's only like 200 of them they found. There's millions of them, billions of them, probably millions of them, but they only found that many whole bodies, basically, is what they found. So that's really neat. And again, when you go back to the ones, now we're at the level of hominine. Hominine starts around 7.4 million BC, and this is the subtribe of hominine, sorry. And this is the final one. This is where we split from the chimpanzees finally, and we're in Africa. Now, the one thing that's I'm going to be hopping around here a little bit, but the main thing is what separates us from the chimpanzees. Now, we're the only of the hominine, us, Homo sapien, are the only ones left. we've either bred them out or killed them. Every other single one of them has phased out. And I think it's a little bit of mixture. It's not just one there is one continuous line of Y chromosome all the way back to the first U primate. But there's no way to prove that, right? But it's true. There's no way they can find what skeleton led to what other skeleton. They're all in phases. If you notice, like, I'll put another picture. They put a phase, and then they drop down. Here's another phase that kind of overlap each other, and another phase. They never link them together. They're phasing over each other. They coexist at the same time, same location, but they don't put them together because it's right not to put them together because they don't really know. But there is definitely, I can say 100% sure, 1,000% sure, that the Y chromosome that came from the first U primate, 56 million BC, 56 million BC, there is a Y linkage all the way to us. There is, but there's no way to prove that though, but it does exist. So you get to where the only other living creature on Earth that's the closest to us is chimpanzee. That's the only one. That's the only one left. So when did we separate from them? And that's around when this happens, when the hominine. So the hominine happens, and we separate from them. Now, the idea that what's the difference? What makes it special? Is it our brains, our teeth? No. It's bipedalism. That's the number one thing that makes us special, besides all the other things too. Big wee-wees and all that kind of everything else, right? And the sexy skin with no hair, thin hair, all that stuff. We lose all our hair. But the main thing is because we can actually walk. We're bipedal. That's it. That's the number one thing. So what happens also is that both chimpanzees and humans have a larynx, right? Where we talk, right? Mm-hmm. Now that repositions during the first 2 years of life to a spot between the phalanx and the lungs. Now, that would indicate that the common ancestors have this feature, a precondition for vocalized speech in humans, right? So that happens. So definitely, the chimpanzees cannot talk. They can squeak and squawk. They can laugh. They can laugh. They go,
show them a funny meme.
Yeah, they can laugh, which is crazy. And remember I talked about last time how they're very similar to us, but the only problem is that they can't talk. They know sign language, though. They can read. And if they're incentivized with food, right, they can do that. That is crazy. So we can talk, they can't. There's something going on there with that, right? And then, okay, now speciation may have begun shortly after 10 million years. Like they separate, but the late admixture between the lineages may have taken place until like 5 million. So basically, they at 10 million years, we're kind of separating from them. And then maybe there's admixture a little bit, but towards the 5 million year mark or the 7 million year mark, there's basically they're crossbreeding basically with each other, right? They can still crossbreed. That's what's happening. And so, let's see, if this classification is correct, that means this is the other piece they've Greco-Pichethys. Now, Greco-Pichethys is found in Greece. Now, if this is correct, this information is correct, Greco-Pichethys would be the oldest known representative of the human lineage after the human chimpanzee separation, right? In the 19th century terminology, the missing link between humans and non-humans primates. Now, what that means, everyone always says the missing link. Look, you can bury that term. There is no missing link. They've known it for like 50 years. So when someone tells you, what about the miss? You can actually roundhouse kick it right in the head because they're already retarded anyway. But they're completely wrong. The phrase, the missing link, should be out of the vocabulary because they know what the missing link is. They might use it as a joke, but basically you can bury that term because that's no longer needed. Now that's where Greco-Pichethys comes into. This is where the missing link thing is gone now. You don't have to use that phrase anymore. Now, okay. At that time, I don't know it's Shala or Pichethys, whatever it's called. Here it is. It's from Africa, from Chad. This one, at that time, as soon as the hominine separate from the chimpanzees, right, around 7.1 million BC, about 300,000 years later, sometime after the 7 million year mark, they find this Shala something, and it's in Chad, whatever. They find that one. That's where it says, okay, see, humans are originated in Africa, right? Then they find Greco-Pichethys. And when they found Greco-Pichethys, they found it in Greece. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? It changes everything. Greco-Piccathus is 200,000 years older than the one they found in Chad. So that's a second controversy that happens, that we go back to Europe. After the first time we were there, we came back to Africa, then we went back. Now, I think because that's happening, because I think the animals, all the animals that are in Africa, they say come out of Europe. They came from Europe originally, came into Africa. So it's getting colder, the temperature is moving, fruit is seasonal, that kind of thing. Things are moving. So it's like the Indians and the nomads, or the back then, 400,000 years ago, followed the animals. That's what they did. When the Indians came across the Bering Strait, they followed the animals. They didn't go because they want new land. No, it wasn't that, to get away from a king. No, they're following food. That's what they're doing. So that's what's happening with here. I think that the food now, the idea too that Eastern Africa and the coast is where that's the cradle of the civilization. Not only about the cradle of civilization, but the cradle of life, basically. No, it's actually bigger than that. You can go from Kenya, Eastern Africa, all the way to the eastern coast of the Mediterranean, to Greece, because that's where Greco-Piccathus is from. Now, what's really, I was saying earlier, the crazy thing is, like I said, you can get a bowl and put all the pieces they found from Greco-Piccathus, basically teeth, and they found they found some in Greece, they found some in Turkey, and they match, which is crazy, right? The teeth match, so they're the same species, basically. But this little bowl of what's left over, that particular, is what is creating a controversy. Like, whatever they found, this is it. This is what's saying that, nope, it's in Europe is where the hominids originate from. And that eventually, because the teeth, remember the Y cut in the teeth and all that, that's definitely ours. Their canines go smaller. They have that too. It's all there. So the evidence, they don't have a full body. They just have pieces of it. So when those two guys are arguing, they probably didn't even know that there's that many pieces. And there's very little evidence of it. But it's an inkling to, like, this is what they think is happening. Now, of course, we need more samples here and there to be more solid. But like, again, like I remember I was saying, that there's constant crossbreeding between all these different species, basically, that you have hybrids and it becomes another species or something. So there's a lot of that going on too. There's definitely some crossbreeding, and it's so diverse. It's crazy, crazy diverse. And so they're so close to each other in look that there's no DNA. There's only the fossil evidence, which they have to do morphology to see how it changes, basically. And there's so many of them that the tree is getting crowded. They don't know where to put them. And it's great to have this much information, because it'll take decades to figure it out, which does take some time, because these guys are studying, like, going down. What's cool, they're X-raying the teeth, they're X-raying everything. They're not just X-raying, they're 3D scanning it to where it doesn't damage the actual sample. And of course, they can't get any enamel they can't get any DNA from it. It'd be awesome. Without destroying it, yeah. So that's what really neat. So that's how they're able to tell that this we believe is the lineage of man, basically. So let me see what other part I missed out here. Okay, so there it is. If this classification is correct, Greco-Piccathus would be the oldest known representative of human lineage after the human chimpanzee split. So the 19th century, we got past that. Okay, the species was found to be some 200,000 years older than the oldest known hominine found in Africa, which is the one I talked about earlier. Not necessarily ancestor to the human lineage. Now there it is.
Sahelanthropus chidensis.
Trichinosis. I don't even know how. I'm just put the name with it. I can't say them. Okay, the study concludes that the dental root attributes of Greco suggest hominin or hominin affinities, such that its hominin status cannot be excluded. It is us. There's no doubt about it, definitely. Let's see. Evidence. Okay, then. So they're talking about how there's more evidence saying that this Greco-Piccathus, that we originated in Europe, than there is evidence for the gorilla. Is it like the gorilla species, for where gorilla's from? To say, like, gorillas, the gorilla lineage status to their particular version of our lines, there's less evidence for that than there is for this. That's what they're saying, basically. So, hiding cigarettes. So yeah, so
Be subtle.
let me see if I forgot anything out.
Yeah, you're supposed to be putting my cigarettes up here, aren't you? That's your job. I pay you to put the cigarettes up here, light them, and just.
Nope.
Okay, of course, more fossils are needed, but at this point, it seems likely that the Eastern Mediterranean needs to be considered as just as likely a place of hominin diversification and hominin origins as the tropical Africa. So it's the same as it should be considered in the same category. And let's see. Okay, I think that's so that now we're at a point now that again the controversy, second controversy of Greco-Picadus is that is there's so not really is Greco-Picadus the father to the human and chimpanzee line, or is he an R line showing this is what we looked at after we separate from the chimpanzees? That's what the debate is, and it's kind of unknown because there's not enough evidence, need more evidence. But the fact that they actually have, the fact that they're actually at this moment, this point is really cool. It's like, wow. And it's so long ago. Yeah, there's all this peer review, back and forth, back and forth. The science has never settled. They're always constantly looking for the answer. And after this, now we're getting to the point to where the hominine, our lineage, we're on our own now. This is ours now. There are a lot of branching from this one branch, this one trunk, basically, a giant trunk. There's lots of little branches before it gets to us, right? Now, at this 7.1, where is it here? 7.1? Yeah. So at 7.4 million BC to now we're getting to the point to where is it just bipedalism that makes us different from everyone else, or is it our 24 pair of chromosomes to a 23 pair of chromosomes? That happens later too.
Well, I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive. When that jump did happen, it could have been that moment where it's just like, walking on all fours feels weird.
Yeah, something happened. So, so when we get to, I'm not sure when that happens, and I don't know where. We can use they can use DNA to find out maybe where it happened, like when the chromosome 2 for us merged, right? And that's still as far as they know, probably from 4 million years all the way down to like 708,000 years ago. 700,000 years ago, from 4 million to 700,000. There's a big window there of when it happened. But it definitely happened in our branch when we separated from monkeys. And separated from chimpanzees. It definitely happened then. So where did it happen? That's the next phase. Now, what I'm going to talk about next time, I don't know, dude. I don't know where to go with this. There's so much. It was easy to go from one rank to the next rank and to the next rank, but this one I'm like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to go with because there's so much.
This is when the hominine, when that branch or classification ends. So
the rest of it,
to get even more specific than that, would be entering a different classification, or
they go into classification after. So this is the subtribe of hominine, and then you go into the genus, and I think the next one's genus, and that's Homo. But there's a lot in between. There's so many of them in between. I got to figure out. Because again, there is a direct lineage, but no one knows what it is, and they'll be arguing for hundreds of years. But the DNA, the Y chromosome, is there.
So, the way I'm seeing it now is the way we're classifying everything is like a digital type dealio. Like, don't take me literal here, but digital as in it's either a 1 or a 0, like binary. Like this is when this starts, this is when this stops. Yeah. Where I don't think that's It's more of gradients when it comes to like species changing over time, like evolution. So it's such a long distance and generations between that you're not going to really be able to classify it like that. You're going to need like where the two meld together in certain parts.
See, like when I put down these dates, I'm using an average actually. An average, like when I came up with Greco. Let's call him Greco. When they found him, they gave him a time when they found him, which is like 7.1 million, right? And so I knew from the previous ones, like hominin is at 7.6 million. And then Greco's at 1.7, 1.1. God damn it, do it over again. Hominin, the one before, is 7.6 million. Greco is at 7.1. So what's in between? Just divide it in half. And I said, okay, this must be where the hominin starts, which is at 7.4. That's right in the middle. Because again, either it's before Greco or it's after Greco. I'm going to say it's before Greco. That's just me saying that. I could be totally wrong. Now, again, like when it comes to this information, I'm always updating it. But Greco, as far as like when Greco was found in Greece at what time, because they look at the soils, They look at the layers, and they could say this creature comes from this time. And again, they found not just one sample of him in Greece. They found him another piece of the same species in Turkey. So that their ground levels match their ground levels, and that's why they come up with a year, basically, right? So I think Greco is, if this is right, Greco is our grandpa, basically. Okay. The male lineage is our grandpa of all humans that exist today, and that's what's crazy is that branch. Like, how many of them are there? Because later on, we're at 7.4 right now with the Hamanane. At 1 million mark, we go down to 100,000 people. We almost die off completely. And then after that, when the volcano in Indonesia went off, we went down to like 12,000. We went through so many bottlenecks where we almost died completely off.
And we might be coming up on one of those.
Yeah, I know, because China wanted to invade Taiwan. But yeah, so yeah, it's really crazy. But I think the next one I'll go over is going to be the next subclass, and I'll see if I can fit in where does Greco fit, where does the other ones fit, and then where are we at in Africa, and then when does the next genus happen. I think it'd probably be genus would be the next one. The next rank would be genus, I believe. I could be wrong, but I have to go over that. So then, yeah, so I'm going to cover maybe between, like what I'll cover is between Hamanane and the next rank, which is the genus. Whatever species are in between those, I'll talk about all of them real quick.
You could also just do those as an addendum later on if you're just looking for more info or something like that.
Oh, the info is going to come later. I wanted to do it chronologically from like the very first episode we did. I should have done the one like with the Big Bang, right? We talked about stars, and then the next one's about the galaxy.
We kind of started.
Yeah,
with
we kind of like were all over the place. But time we got to like the 5th or 6th episode, then we finally got to the euprimates, basically. Right? So every episode, I wanted to talk about that giant rank class of everybody, basically, until the next one, and it's been I like doing like following this because the other things that are going to happen. So I'm not sure what the next one, but the next one is going to happen. The interesting thing. Remember, we talked about. You showed me that video. Or I showed that video where the Mediterranean dried up and then it flooded again. That hadn't happened yet.
Okay.
So wait till we get to that, and then there's an asteroid that hit Arizona. The one in Arizona, like that happens later, way later on. There's another asteroid that hits Africa way later. A bunch of other stuff happens later on. But when I find, I was like, oh, I got to insert that because from now at 7.4, what happens later on in North America, the grasslands spread out, and then the Mediterranean, because Africa's pushing into the Mediterranean, then the Mediterranean dries up and becomes a salt like a Dead Sea, but giant Dead Sea. Where no life exists, salt, no water.
You just float in that motherfucker.
Yeah, crazy, like a Dead Sea. But then none of that has happened yet. But anyway, right now we're at the point where Greco is possibly our direct lineage to all man right now, and that's at 7.4. And I'll talk about the next one later on. I'm just showing you, there's a little small time of passage between Hamanane and Hamanane. There's only like 225,000 years in between. This is where I put the date. Now my dates could be wrong too, but this is where I'm gonna put my date for right now, and then I'll adjust it. But yeah, that's where we're at now. And the next one, yeah. And when does the chromosome change? When does it mute? When does it merge? I don't. That's somewhere in there too. Mm-hmm. So, like from this, we've been able to get when the Stone Ape theory probably happened, right? Well, around this time, we talked about that, and then we talked about where I think the Bigfoot came from. I think from the orangutans. That's what I think. And yeah, then we'll go on to the next one. But that's it. That's all for right now for the history. Yeah. Diddle-doo.
No, I'm awakened.
Sorry, that was boring. But
No, I was following.
Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just really cool stuff.
You want to know what I forgot to do?
What? You forgot to wipe?
Yeah, that. No, I forgot to make some coffee. I've been yawning the entire time.
Oh my god. Every time you yawn, I'm just going to put a big sensor bar like right next to you.
Yeah, man, dude, this has been a good week, man. It's been crazy, hectic week.
Yeah.
So we hung out here last time. We watched how many movies?
Oh, yeah, we watched that Circle movie.
What'd y'all think of that?
It was out there. I do like that they managed to do it all in one room.
Yeah,
except for that tail, the ending part, but yeah.
Yeah. So, like, spoilers. If you haven't seen it,
yeah, go watch it. It's worth watching.
It's been out since 2015. Come on.
Yeah.
But do Did he already do it once before?
That was my
right?
guess. Yeah, it seems like he's just hopping on each round. And
Why? Why is he
fucked
doing
up.
it?
I don't know.
Maybe he wants to go with him. Choose me.
he's like, one of
Choose
these times,
me.
is like, they got to do something other than send me back one of these times.
Yeah.
That's what he must be thinking.
Well, he's also playing with a loaded gun because he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He could.
But if he did it the first time and then the second time,
Yeah.
what's going to happen in the third?
What I don't get is why, okay, all the people are just standing around looking at him like, and that guy's been through several times already, or at least once before.
Yeah, no.
So, like, does no one know what's happening yet? Or, like, where's the fucking Air Force? Like,
I know, yeah.
giant ships flying around cities.
Completely taken out.
Probably.
What was it? We saw Circle, and then we saw.
Oh, yeah, we watched a bit of a test screening of the Minecraft movie.
Okay, so
Hey, I didn't say where we watched the test screening.
yeah,
That's right. Yeah, we were invited to watch test screen.
yeah.
that's
So so here's the thing.
Those British
saw-
people I showed you, like,
Yeah.
they were talking about it a little bit, and the best way to describe it, I heard from them, is like, it's like anytime Jack Black opens his mouth, the Americans just go fucking nuts for it.
Chicken
Nope.
jockey.
No,
I don't fucking get it.
I don't get it. Yeah, he was that. I used to like him like years ago, but after
Yeah, School of Rock was awesome.
School Arc was
Love
good.
that. Nacho
man.
Libre was great.
Yes.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder, immaculate.
Yes.
That needs to be in the
yes.
fucking the halls of Congress. Tropic Thunder is like one of the last like
What was
good
it?
comedy movies to come out.
His Nacho Libre, he was talking about like behind the scene, like behind the scenes stuff, and he was saying that he had the shits, and he had to go to the restroom, and he didn't have any toilet paper,
Oh no,
and he was running around going papeles, 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 papeles. He's running around asking for paper.
that's funny.
Papeles, papeles. Yeah, I had to go take a shit.
They actually go film that out in like.
They filmed it in Mexico. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was saying in Spanish. I think it just went across the border from California.
Oh right on.
Because
Nevada.
Fear the Walking Dead filmed. You know that, or
It was supposed to be shot in Austin, right? Or
well, they later did in Texas. Yeah,
Oh.
the Fear the Walking Dead started off. You know, right where the California meets Mexico on the border there on the beach. There's a bull auditorium, like fucking Spain. There's a bull ring there where they fight bulls, like Olay, like that kind of
Yeah.
shit there.
Well,
And that Fear the Walking Dead took place, and that one right across, it's real close to the border. And I was like, wait a minute, that's on the border. I go to Google, oh, there it is. They filmed right there. I was like, holy shit.
It's right on the border of homes.
And then they moved it to Texas, and that's when they ended up in Lockhart, Austin. Yeah. Hey, okay. We'll talk about what I'll do is Fear the Walking Dead. I'll show what I did with my car. Like the 2 times I put my car in their car position in the movie. I did it twice. Yeah. I'll show you those.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I showed you that. There was it Morgan? The character Morgan.
Is that the guy with the stick?
Yeah, and then there was another one was in the 2 girls get off the truck and they're at the water park. It's in Austin. Yeah, 2. I'll show you those 2 in the movie, and then mine, and the movie, and then mine. I'll show you that. It was like I was trying to find. I knew they filmed, and I was trying to find where they were at, and where in the show, where's the house. Trying to find it. It was really hard. It was really hard to find the locations. Yeah.
I'll just get into that place where they're hunting down military stuff. She's like, here, find this spot.
Yeah, give it to the.
They'll find
I know, and I thought I was really good at that. I was like, no, I'm not that good. And if they're using CGI, then it fucks it. I can't find
Yeah.
it. You know, they put fake background. I lost.
Yeah,
I can't
and then
do
it throws it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got?
It's time to get up because it's Helldivers time. You know, I could probably take this time right now to talk about a few things. Helldivers 2. Here we go. So we're gonna start off with a little bit of Helldivers news.
All right, I gotta go piss.
We're gonna move on to my segment.
Fuck yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Helldivers right quick.
I gotta pee.
So get up, go take your pee.
Go, say the line. Say the line.
We're gonna talk about Helldivers.
What was that? What time to get up?
Time to get up because each time I bring it up, he's like, "All right, I gotta go
take
And I-
shit. I gotta go take a shit.
The only thing I gotta say about the Helldiver stuff is if they do reinstate the PSN requirement, I'm gonna be a little pissed off.
I think a lot of people are going to be.
I'm gonna not. First off, I'm not gonna play it. Second, I'm gonna ask for a refund on those fucking super credits.
They
I bought.
already learned their lesson that they're not going to reinstate it, but they should take out all the countries that are still locked. They should get those back in.
They need to get that situation figured out.
Yeah. So interesting stuff. happened over the last couple of days.
What happened?
So another major order a little bit ago. This is kind of an old one, but we had to choose between two planets to give a permanent passive buff to the DSS, the Democratic Space Station that's overhead over certain planets when you vote for them.
Where's the Republic space station? That's
Shut
what
up.
I want to know.
Shut up.
Hey, how come when you were posting on the forum, I go, hey, cool, and you erased it?
Okay. You were messing. It was nice.
Explain what I do wrong. I don't know.
He was complimenting your photo, and you
Yeah,
went and
I
just
know.
fucking
I was like,
Why'd you erase it?
strike that from the record.
I told you. No, I guess I have to
I
say
didn't
it on here
understand.
now.
Yeah.
I have to say it now because you
Why
were
you such
fucking
an
with
asshole?
You were fucking with my flow, bro. You were fucking with my flow.
Hey, man, not cool.
No, I didn't.
Shut up.
I didn't. I thought that was funny. It's like I erased your comment because I was like, "What? Oh, okay, okay, sorry."
You
I
were
thought that
messing
was
with my
hilarious.
flow,
Like,
bro.
It's a server comprising literally just us three, and he's
I know.
handling it like a public.
Fuck off.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I
Fuck
am.
off with your
No,
comments.
but I'm going to continue
Pretty
on.
funny.
So we had to choose between two planets, right?
Oh my god.
It was between Wezin and Trandor.
Wezen and Trandol.
Yeah, so if everybody went with Wezin, which they did, but we're going to continue.
I was gonna say, you know what they say about Trandor, right?
Yeah, listen, all right. I'm treating these like a time capsule because we're fucking like way behind on editing.
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it was a choice between Wezin and Trandor. Wezin would have provided this buff. It's called the Exosuit Support Bay, which would allow a 35% decrease in cooldown for the exosuits.
Somebody.
No, that
No,
was
no, that
yeah,
was-
well, I mean, I'm not gonna edit it out now because we made no notice of it. But
Yeah.
I guess I have a slider turned up that's supposed to be turned down. I'm not supposed to hear that, but yeah,
Yeah.
keep going,
yeah.
keep going.
Yeah. And Trandor would have provided a.
What's that? What was
Geez,
that?
can I please? And Trandor would have provided a 15% 50% decrease to the rearm cooldowns for Eagles. So everybody went with Exos. Here we go, because in my opinion, that's a way better buff than like a minute and 26 seconds for just the rearm. Because
No, these territories there were.
so Wezin's bots. That's on the bot front.
Yeah.
And then Trandor is on the bug front.
Oh, you do either one.
Either one.
Oh, and you get a
And-
reward of some kind.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
There was multiple avenues for Trandor, and there was only one avenue for Wezin. And we had to go through I can just pull it up here. Right here.
Time to get up.
It's time to get up. It's
That's so funny, dude.
Jeez. Come on. Load.
Your dad's fat load.
Oh,
Hot fat load.
okay, man.
Call back.
Call back.
Yeah, you kept interrupting when he was talking. He's like, "Shut up,
Shut
up, man.
Shut up.
shut up."
Hey, is it really a podcast if we don't like fucking throw some haymakers in like the middle of
Okay,
it?
well.
But you gotta
this
make
is-
fun of, I think you gotta make fun of stuff. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'm just going to get on my phone because it's a lot faster that way. A lot faster. Here we go.
More fast.
God damn, I need to work on my aim. I'm fucking ashing all over the table.
Jesus.
Terrible. You are terrible, my friend. Yeah, so it started off with a fight on Ostotu. We took care of that, went to Valeria 5, and that was on the doorstep to Wezin, which we did eventually liberated. But there was only like 2 planets before Wezin. But now, if we went over to the bug front, we had 2 ways of doing it.
Did you do both?
No, we weren't able to do both.
Now, how much real time is passing?
Oh, so hours. Well,
Oh,
no,
hours? Okay.
It only takes like less than a full week to do it.
God damn.
So
what?
the last major order, I think it was six days.
A
for that.
week to complete the planet takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many sacrificed?
How many sacrifices were made? How many
Millions?
martyrs were put on the wall? I'm not too sure, but a lot of people probably did die. Now, if we go onto the bug front towards Trandor, we had two different starting points, and one planet on the doorstep of Trandor. So we would have either gone through Garharan or Fakard Secundus. One of those two, and everybody wanted to go through Garharan, and I was like, okay, that seems pretty plausible, I guess. But that didn't happen because we took Pleasant with like maybe less than 24 hours to spare. But now we're on this new major order. Oh, come on. Load Discord. I'm looking at pictures.
At least you can actually you can actually say the name of the planet's names. I can't even. I can't. It's so hard.
Oh, yeah. Also to stay like, we won that. Oh, yay. We got the permanent passive buff, whatever. Now, the next one is we went back to the Gloom. Surprise, surprise.
We went where?
The Gloom.
The Gloom?
The Gloom.
It's French.
Oh, the Gloom.
The Gloom. The stink cloud, the interstellar stink cloud.
It's the stink that makes the bugs look different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they brought back the Spore Burst strain again, but on Neville 43 and Neville, my bad. But, it's just the same as always. You go there, you see like really cool how the Gloom has changed this landscape a little bit and all that. And you fight bugs in cities, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
It was pretty fun.
The thing is, I didn't get a screenshot of this, but I could get the link to the YouTube video that brought it to my attention by Cloud Plays. Is that the major order that we're currently on? The current major order that we're currently on changed. Mm-hmm. So when it first came out, it said that we needed to collect Illuminate samples on level 43 to create a reverse gravity generator.
For what?
For the Meridian Singularity.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah,
It's still moving towards Super Earth,
It's
yeah.
currently moving.
Oh my god!
It's still it's moving very slowly.
Slow.
Yeah, very slowly. But
Can you turn it? Can you turn it?
We
can't
try to
turn it?
redirect
we
it,
can't.
maybe, but
We can't turn it. The Illuminate can turn it because they're fucking space wizards, man.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
But continuing on.
Sorry.
Yeah, continuing on. A change to we had to escort a science expedition, a second one, into the Gloom to Neville 43. And that brought like a lot of questions like, did Arrowhead made an oopsie and like try to push a future MO instead of like, just pushing it now? But they fixed it. And it said, like, escort some scientists to the bug planet so you could do all sorts of shit. Like, okay, whatever. I could do that.
they're pretty cool.
Yeah. The only thing that's interesting about the spore bursts is that some of the bugs, when you kill them, they fart.
It is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Oh, they fart.
Yeah. And also the fact that it's a heavy spam. You know what I mean by that?
Like that?
Yeah, totally. They spawn in like more Bile Titans, more Chargers, more Impalers, just like the heavier units on the roster for the Determinants. Mm-hmm. And I remember playing with a friend and we're just like running around. And next thing I know, I see 2 Bile Titans just come straight out of a bug breach. I'm like, this is just like Angel's Venture before he got destroyed. 5 Bile Titans in one area. Fuck that noise, by the way. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. But that's pretty much it. Now we're going to move on to some more interesting news about how Sony is, doing things now. So everybody kind of knows about like Marathon trying to, coming up and all that type of stuff made by Bungie. And
What do you mean marathon? We mean
Oh yeah, you piqued his interest.
yeah,
the old game?
they're
It's-
revamping it.
Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up.
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not okay.
Because
So
I played that when it first came out. Like Marathon was awesome. My God, look at the graphics! It was incredible.
So,
It's so real.
I never played it, but from my understanding, it was a single player game.
Yes. What do you call it? Looking through the character's eyes.
Yeah,
What do you
first
call it?
person shooter,
First-person
single player,
Yeah.
first person shooter. The only thing that's similar on this other one is it's a first person shooter because it is no longer single player. In fact, there is no single player mode. It's only a looter extraction game now. So think PUBG or Tarkov or
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Oh,
Kind of to an extent. You could classify Fortnite as battle royale, I guess.
Yeah, it is a battle royale. That's what pioneered. Well, that and PUBG pioneered it.
Yeah, so it kind of. I
But-
think it's going to be Concord 2.0. That's my opinion, but
but Marathon was a prequel to Halo, right? It's actually
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
connected chronologically.
Okay, so basically how it was going
Maybe
to
the first
go.
one.
I think I heard this correctly from Mandalore Gaming, and he talked about
Shout
it. That Bungie's idea for Halo was going to be like Marathon. It was just going to be a little bit.
But isn't there isn't the lore? Aren't they connected to each
I
other?
didn't think they were, but
I thought they were. I thought the lore of them being connected.
If you learn a little bit more about Marathon, look into the history a little bit.
Yeah.
And all that type of stuff. There are some similarities between them. And the dead cyborg, enhanced, well, I don't know, I wouldn't say dead, but like enhanced, cybernetics and all that type of stuff, that's a Spartan.
Yes. Well, I was just saying, I think the same developers, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
They just adapted some of the stuff. So,
Ship of Theseus, same developers, but not the same literal developers.
no? Oh, okay.
I bet you money there's probably no one that's still around from the original Marathon.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the original Marathon to Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's a connection there.
There definitely would have been some similar developers then.
Yeah. And so they kind of like an homage connected them together. Like, oh, they're the same universe, whatever. That's what I'm thinking. Like, same thing as Blade Runner, Aliens,
Yeah. We're bringing that up
Predator.
again.
They're all, yeah, exactly.
I was there at the Battle of Tannhauser Gate.
Yes.
And I saw a man turn himself into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I saw a man turn himself into a pickle just to say he could.
Just say he
I don't
could.
fucking know.
But no, going back onto what Sony is doing with the new Marathon game coming up by Bungie, they're not putting on a PSN restriction on it. And
Allegedly.
no, they're not.
Allegedly.
They're not.
What does that mean?
Yeah, you could keep saying that, but Bungie has confirmed it
so
that they're not doing that.
The PSN requirement was the original reason why I stopped playing Helldivers 2 and I was going to refund it.
Yeah.
I actually started the process to refund it, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then they backtracked on that because they were bleeding players like
They lost a lot of
mother.
players.
Like no one was going to play it under those new requirements.
Yeah.
So they reverted it. But it seems like they're back up to their old ways of trying to say, but we're going to make the games that come out in the future require it. So I don't trust that.
Bungie confirmed it.
Excuse me.
Bungie said they would finish the fight in 2007, okay?
Okay, we're going to stop there. We're not unboxing that right now. All
Are you
right.
going to pack it back up?
Yeah,
Just make me pack that away.
No, just like keep the cover open just a little
Okay.
bit, not a whole lot.
So you can smell what's in the box.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
easily you can smell it. But Bungie did come out and say like they're not.
cup.
Yeah, there we go. That they're not. They're not going to do the PSN requirement, all this type of shit. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And the only way a lot of people would say like they're still doing it, but they're like, oh, they're putting like little things behind it, like cosmetics and all that type of shit. If you sign in with your PSN account, I mean,
Cool. You get your cosmetics for giving them your email address. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Basically.
I'm happy with them doing something like that.
Yeah.
Requiring it to play the game? Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
But that still brings into question how. By the way, this is the source right here from Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer. So shout out. But
These people don't even know we exist.
yeah, yeah, basically. I will even provide the timestamp with it too, with the thumbnail, the video, and all that type of shit.
Fancy.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'll
fancy.
provide it.
Well, I did. You just need to look in the
You
Discord.
did? You did it already? You already sent it to me?
It's in the Discord, yes.
Yeah, right.
Are you talking about to the channel? Because I know how to find the dude, but like,
Oh.
he's got the.
What's that?
Whoa, he had that literally like the last thing on his phone. He just opened it and he was there.
Don't
dude.
comment because he'll erase it.
Yeah, no, he'll erase it. I'm gonna start deleting messages.
Don't do that.
Cool.
Yeah, don't ever give him a compliment. He'll just fucking delete it.
Okay, continuing on. But it's pretty. It's they might bring in a lot more people. I think they're still in talks, being like, we could do such and such and all this type of stuff. But I'm not too sure how that's going to play out. But if it is true that like Steam and Xbox is just working together and putting Steam on an Xbox. That means that anybody can play on Xbox can play Helldivers 2.
That would be the most amazing thing ever.
More
But
players. Yeah.
it seems really easy on paper, but actually doing something that monumental, because there's now like 3 different generations of Xbox Ones that won't have the same amount of hardware, that have limitations that are different based on each one.
Yeah. I will talk about this too. I don't know if anybody else seen this trend or not, But on the bot front, you usually tend to see just lone little troopers just walking around minding their own business. The other day, I'm going to bring this up too. I didn't really get a good screenshot of it, but I got how many kills I got out of this big old blob because I opened up the map. I was on what planet was it? It was Wezin. I was on Wezin, chilling, and I'm looking at it, and I just popped up to a LiDAR station. Used to be known as a radar, but now it's LiDAR.
Laser radar penetrates
Yes.
sound better than radar. So.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there, going up to it, and I just see a whole group of bots. I'm talking about like a whole blob of them. They all looked at me. I opened up my map, and I just saw like how many bots were there, all congregated into one spot. There was 85 of them in one area. So I was like, I'm going to call down an orbital gas strike.
Yeah.
Toss it. It drops, and all of them just start shooting in random directions. Some of them were shooting in my direction, missing me, and they all died in like a second.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
And they all just like, some of them were frozen, like in their last position, like standing up, and then they're just like
Slunking down.
going into the ground.
Was a bug?
No, it's not a bug. That's how they get rid of enemies and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
Dead
their
enemies.
bodies kind of just meld into the ground, so that way the game can save assets
Oh.
or save resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dead
Like-
bodies.
Yeah.
Even some of the if you destroy a bot fabricator, you can actually see like the parts of it just shrink and disappear.
Yeah, when it explodes, the explosion is supposed to cover it, but you can see the asset itself just if you get rid of the explosion.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But after killing all 85 bots, I was like, okay, did the LiDAR, extracted, and it was a good time during that MO. Now this one, I mean, it's pretty good. It's giving me kind of flashbacks when the Illuminate first popped up, just fighting in the cities and just getting swarmed by a bunch of melee dudes. Oh my god, I was getting pushed block by block. It was so memorable. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I love how it sucks.
The suck.
Well, this is a little bit late on the gaming news, but it's like the only thing I can think about now since I started it. Schedule 1.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so
Schedule 1.
So
It
what
is
is
basically a drug dealing / manufacturing simulator.
do you like start off in your house and you
So actually, there is a bit of a prologue to get you started, but like if you skip that, you start with your RV and you're pulling up on a new town. You're gonna try to make some new contacts, start dealing with people
like
there.
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, similar to that.
What?
Funny enough, you mentioned that because like you start off with weed because that's easy enough to get the seeds, get the like pods,
Yeah.
the grow lights, all that.
How
shit.
do you prevent the helicopters from seeing?
That's it's very unrealistic in those regards.
Okay,
and
okay.
they make a point to that in the beginning of the game when you boot it up. There's this big warning screen that's like our company does not condone any of it.
Yeah,
like,
because people are we can do this in real
and
life.
the first thing that should be a dead giveaway that this is a video game and not real life. Everybody's just fucking texting. Everybody's like, "Hey, can I get this strain name, this quantity for this much?" And then you reply back and like, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you here at this time." And literally, like, it's this fucking drug dealer 101 is you do not fucking say that shit just blatantly over a text. It's all like in person or dead drops. Which the game does have dead drops, but
Yeah.
you're already destroyed. There's no point in the fucking dead drops if you're already telling people, "Hey, it's going to be in this container here at this
Yeah.
location for this amount of time." Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you start off with marijuana because it's easier, not as much overhead, and you literally from growing it from a seedling to trimming it to picking up the trimmings to like packaging it. It's so fucking in depth in that regard. So
That's
it's just
crazy.
it's like a really like fun little like time consuming game, and you can hire people to do those menial tasks as well. So you're managing like just the overhead and. You're paying dealers to deal the stuff for you to customers.
my
And it's just so fun. I'm pretty sure it was a small development team or like one dude, but just games like that. They keep my hope alive that like, okay, the future of gaming isn't dead yet.
That's
There's
crazy.
still-
I
there's still
would
hope.
I would talk about it more because there is some controversy with that game.
Yeah, I keep
is it?
seeing
What is it?
But
stuff about it.
The
but-
thing is like I don't really remember the entire thing about it. But here's the Spark notes really quickly. I watched it from Penguin Zero.
Spark notes.
Critical.
Moist Critical.
Yeah.
He's a goober.
Yeah. But
That's all I say.
he
He's a
was,
goober.
he was talking about a
He's either
investigation.
Yeah, I know. That's funny.
the investigation between the company that makes Schedule 1 and another company that has similar
is
features.
this about the fucking drug dealer simulator game?
I think so.
Bro,
Another one?
it's just like Palworld getting sued by Pokemon. It's like, you, that's our idea. Throw balls at thing and trap it
Yeah.
in the ball. That's our thing. And it's like, first off, they're not Pokeballs. They're Pal spheres.
Yeah.
Okay, legally distinct. Never heard of it. And I haven't played Drug Dealer Simulator. I haven't seen any footage of it. But if I had to guess from what I've heard other people talk about, they're two completely separate games that handle a kind of similar vibe of game you're looking for.
I don't know if I'd want, because it's gonna inspire somebody to.
No.
Okay, you don't think so?
No.
Because if you're inspired and you think it's that easy,
Yeah,
and I
no,
dare you to
it's-
walk up to a trap house and then talk to someone and try to make a contact just like that. No, don't do
shot,
that.
yeah.
You will
Jeez.
not fucking do that.
Wow.
This is like underground drug dealing, shit
Silly.
like that. It's not a world you just walk into one day because you're feeling like it. You have to form connections and you got to be paying attention to who you're talking to, who you're dealing with, or you'll end up in a really fucking bad situation.
Yeah.
Be cool. They could have
So
that
that should
game
scare people away from it enough.
in Minecraft, like drug dealing in Minecraft.
Yeah, the weed mod for Minecraft has been a thing. Like that's been a meme
Yeah.
since clear back when I was a kid.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I remember.
Growing weed and selling it
In Minecraft.
well, who the feds in Minecraft? Like, there's no one's gonna bust you, right?
Well, I
No,
mean,
the Minecraft feds will bust
yeah,
me.
the Minecraft feds. Yeah.
The fun police. That's all Minecraft.
They're fun police running
Dude,
around,
fucking.
helicopters and shit.
I mean, there's some mods for Minecraft that do deserve to get removed, but like other ones, like come on, like they don't want guns, they don't want fucking, they don't want mods like the
Peaceful-
Jenny mod,
Peaceful drug dealing.
peaceful drug, yeah. They don't want mods like the Jenny mod and all this type of stuff for Minecraft.
Yeah, you don't need Lover's Lab in Minecraft.
No,
okay?
you don't. You don't know. But it's you know, some of these things that do need to be, you know, kept in check. But like gun mods for Minecraft, like don't get rid of those. No, those aren't harmful at all. Especially seeing that most of the gun mods, like if you create weapons and all that type of stuff, probably are not as accurate, you know, as to real life. So it doesn't really matter. Like, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna tell you, like, late, not right now, but you can tell, like, talk about shows. I'm watching a new show. I want to tell you.
Oh yeah, I've been watching a lot of Supernatural recently. so-
Supernatural?
Yeah.
I never could get into that.
Well, I could get into it because it talks about a lot of the
What?
a lot about
Supernatural story, but I have to tell it after because
okay.
A real supernatural story?
Yes,
Ooh.
but
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
Not like a
like-
supernatural phenomenon, but like about the show Supernatural
okay.
relating to Kansas. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I've been. The reason why I was kind of like drawn to it is because of like all the stuff they kind of talk about. Like recently, I just watched one of the episodes. They was talking about a striga.
Striga.
Yeah, striga.
What's that?
I've heard the name before. I heard it
I
in
think,
Witcher.
I think it's like Russian kind of type. Maybe not Russian, but it's, you know, many of these demons and spirits and all this type of stuff. You know, like folklore around certain places. Like the Wendigo, they did an episode with that one. Don't do that. It's a part of our history, man. It's human history, man. It's talking about like you shouldn't eat people.
Too much peyote is what it is.
The peyote. Okay.
There's no. Okay, first off, there's no such thing as too much peyote.
Oh, yes, there is.
Fact check.
Oh, yes, there is, dude.
Look, the fact check may be up on the screen right now, but there is no such.
You ever seen Longmire? That's a good TV
Okay,
show.
so
actually.
was it the new show? I want to
new
talk about
show.
two things. The new show I'm watching is called Dave the Jackal.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, okay. You know, have you seen that when they film? They have the camera on like a Steadicam thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy had a fucking rifle. Wait, what? Yes. And he's like, you know, because when you have a Steadicam, it's kind of like this. Does
Yeah,
this
it's
thing
supposed,
right?
it's supposed to compensate for the
Yeah,
weight. Put it
and
on your
so
torso.
he's looking at a monitor while his gun's aiming, and he's fucking, and it's just like, and it's steady. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Where's that from? And I started looking it up, and I found, oh, it's from the show.
You reminded me those. Okay, so you remember the weapons they used in the first Alien movie where
Yes.
they're on those carriers?
Those were-
those are steady cameras.
Yes, exactly.
They modified them to carry those weapons. I'm like, why
Yes.
doesn't the military actually do that?
You
Could
do
it
know-
work? Yeah, I don't
It
know.
could. Okay, for something that heavy,
Yeah.
putting the weight from your
On
arms
your,
to your torso,
fucking torso, yes.
that's fucking genius.
I mean, there is a weapons platform for an AR like that. You know that, right?
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So
Yeah,
that,
you got like the Browning fucking charging handles, like triggers or whatever. And you just got this M4. You can just like hold right there, just and then you
Because
just
when I saw
unload.
an alien, man, that was like the coolest. Like,
Yeah, it was cool as shit.
a fucking 60. It was a 60.
What did they call those guns? I think it was like a smart gun or whatever.
Yeah, look, because it looked like the German World War II gun. Looked like one of those. There was a fucking, the trigger was a fucking ring. It was
Yeah,
it was
you
a
rev it.
yes, you rev it. And that's your
spin it up.
fucking.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. There's
You know, it's a good thing.
I watched that show, Day of the Jackal, and I was talking to somebody and we were talking about flat Earth.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Look, everybody knows the Earth is a trapezoidal donut and the moon is the hole.
So I was telling him, do you know the story about I forget the guy's name? Joe Rogan had the guy. Joe Rogan and some other guy, they live in Austin. So they had a podcast. They both have a podcast, and they're talking about it. So some guy says he took 8 people to Antarctica. He called them 4 flat earthers and 4 rounders. I don't know. He was globies.
Normal fucking
Okay.
people.
Globies,
So-
that's what he was calling them.
Globies.
So
Globalists.
that gun with like the whatever
The revving.
Yeah, it's the M56 smart gun.
That's what it's called in the movie.
Cool.
So, I don't know. I'll look more into it for the next podcast, maybe. But the idea was that flat earthers say that the sun sets, no matter where you're at on the flat Earth.
Time zones.
Right? No. But the flat earthers, like this is the flat Earth. Oh, Jesus! Oh,
That was the flat Earth.
Everyone fell off. So basically, they're saying in a flat Earth, the sun comes up and the sun goes down. I don't know. I believe the world is round, but the idea that the sun has to set if the Earth is flat. So if you go to the Antarctica and the sun
You can see a full 24-hour day. Yeah.
it doesn't set.
It just goes around. Yeah.
And that means that proves right. I think that's what the argument. I'm not sure what the argument was, but I think I understood that the argument taken to Antarctica was to show that the Earth is round, the sun never sets. I go, no. If the Earth is flat, it will set. Oh yeah, we'll see. Now maybe if you were in the wintertime, but in the summertime,
No, it'd be eternal night.
right?
Yeah.
So then it means the sun set. But that would be to their argument. I think the other way, in the summertime, the sun never sets. It means that the Earth is round. And that's kind of I think that's what the argument is. And so they took 4 flatties and 4 roundies, and they said that 3 of the 4 flatties went roundy,
That's fucking funny.
and only one. And then
And one guy's like, nope, don't believe it.
and the whole flat earther thing just fucking just turned upside
Flipped
down.
upside down, and they
Fucked
all fell off and died at the
everything.
end.
Yeah, they all fell off and died. Yeah, something like that happened. So that was one we're talking about. And
So does the show have anything to do with flat Earth? Or?
yeah, it was some guy who brought 4 roundies and 4 flatties.
Oh, that was the show. Okay.
And he was to prove to them they had drones and they had cameras, 24-hour cameras watching the sun and everything, showing that it's round. And they finally
Allegedly.
yeah. It's God, Jesus, God, you say that. But yeah, that was one thing. Yeah, so I was watching that. We're talking about that flat Earth, and that was a lot of fun. We got into like talking about Dune, and then I got him interested to want to go see Dune now and stuff. And
We met our Dune quota for this episode.
oh yeah, we got to represent. We got
Tag it. Make sure you tag
it.
Dune on this episode.
Is it because we
Oh, yeah.
mentioned it?
Like at least once, I'll use the pop up for at least like one mention
Yeah.
of it for. Some
What
reason.
what other movies did we see?
We watch.
We watched Circle. We watched. What did we watch? What
I
else
mean,
did
we did watch Common Side Effects. We watched like
Yeah, Comments of
Yeah.
X.
3 episodes.
God, okay, yeah. Next
That's a good show too.
time I
like
come
that.
down here, we should watch some more of that. That'd be cool.
Wait, I kept keeping you here longer and longer. Come on, it's right there.
Dude,
We have
I
like,
gotta go home. Got shit to do tomorrow.
yeah, that was a good show. That's a good show. And then what other shows have I been watching? I've pretty much been busy a lot, just studying and
Doing your thing.
digging more tunnels to the next silo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing more construction. Yeah, it's been pretty good. You guys seen any movies or anything new?
Not really.
Oh, I watched a movie
Oh.
with my roommate.
Actually, you go ahead because I'm going to talk about it.
Well,
after
I'm trying to remember the name of the movie.
Okay,
right
never
now.
mind that. I'll go ahead. So I was at a buddy's house, Gibby.
Gibby?
Our buddy Gibby in the first episode.
Oh
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah. Also, just for clarification, I'm sorry.
Dark Plagueis the Wise.
What's his name again? The actual actor that played Gibby on iCarly. What's his name again?
I don't remember his name. I know his channel, so I'll shout it out. Is Sad World.
Okay.
He does stuff. I don't remember his last upload, but he does upload.
What would y'all watch?
Okay, well, we'll look it up very quick so I can get it right because I actually kind of feel bad just still referring to him as Gibby. I'm gonna get his real
What did you
name.
watch?
Yeah, what
It
did
was
you
a
watch?
movie called Color Out of Space.
Oh,
So-
you
Color
watched that?
Out of Space.
Yeah, it's based on a Lovecraftian book, but I imagine it's the same name.
What year's the movie?
It's pretty recent. It has Nick Cage and
Oh,
who
is that the
else?
purple
Yeah.
dude? That's
Dude,
I seen that one.
It took
Nicolas
a
Cage.
fucking turn that I was like, what the fuck?
I watched it with my buddy from Canada, and he got pissed off. Like, this is fucking, dude. You're on another planet, man. You're not on Earth. You're on another planet. That's the way I said to that movie. You're on another planet, dude. You're not on.
That was on Earth.
Were you? Was it?
I was on Earth when I watched it.
You were on Earth when you watched it.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So continuing on, I was watching with our buddy Gibby, and just for clarification, Noah, I do apologize. They may not like that role, and I'm sorry for everybody calling you that, but I'm just gonna call my friend that. Okay, Noah. Hopefully you're okay with that.
I'm trying to remember which one's Noah.
Noah Munich. I forgot. I don't even know how to say his name. His last name. Right there, is him.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Shout out.
That's him right there. But our buddy has a different name, but I'm going to call him Gibby because it's just faster that way. But we were watching the D&D movie.
Oh,
Is
how was
the
that?
one with Captain Kirk?
Yep.
I think. Hold on.
Yeah, I know the actor.
Hold on. Not the old one, the newer one.
I know who you're talking about.
Shit movie.
Yeah. So
Oh wait, the old D&D movie?
no,
I didn't know there was an old one. If there is,
there is an old one.
Oh.
There's a cartoon version. I used to watch that in the 80s.
I bet that was cool.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good cartoon.
Come on. I can just oh yeah. So Dragons and Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So we watched that movie, and it's an okay.
Really?
The way the way the movie is paced actually feels like a campaign. It's kind of it's somewhat fast, but there's like no people at a table or whatever rolling dice or whatever.
Allegedly.
But no, it isn't.
Maybe they are.
Stop with the alleged shit, man. Okay.
Look, I don't know what you're going on about me allegedly doing anything over here. Okay.
All right. Continuing on though, but it's a pretty good movie. I like it. I'm not going to get into much of the detail, but there's a lot of funny scenes in it. There's a lot of stuff from the movie that I've seen. I was like, we would totally do this in our campaigns. Just all this stupid shit.
I'm gonna roll a fuck it.
I'm gonna roll a fuck. Well, I don't know about that part, but there's a lot of stuff that in that movie that would do it. But one of the actresses in this movie,
What's her name? The Mexican girl?
she is. Yeah, I think she is. Yeah,
Rosales? Rodriguez? What's her name?
It's
got
Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, God, I fucking...
Yeah, so I like her. She's a good actress, but like all the movies I've seen her in,
She's
she
a man.
she fucking dies.
She's always a man. Yeah, she was in Lost. She got shot.
Spoilers. I haven't seen it
up.
yet.
Oh, shut the hell. You're not going to watch that shit. Yeah,
But-
this Lost was good. I like Lost.
Yeah.
I was lost, but I was like,
Yeah,
what's going on? I don't
what's going on? I don't understand the plot.
know what's going on.
But
But it's a mystery box. It's a mystery box.
Just a
when I say that, there's like two movies where her character does come back, and one of them is this movie, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, because her character does come back from being dead. But I'm not going to get into that. That's the only spoiler you're getting. And the other one was in the Fast and Furious series. She actually does come back because everybody thought she died. I think her character's name was like Liddy or something like that, but she survived her supposed death, and she's just like has no memory of it or whatever in the Fast and Furious movies. So
'Cause she was a man, that's why.
okay,
She's very manly. She scares me.
she's
Scared?
okay.
It scares me.
Yeah, but I was surprised that I was invested in that
scared,
movie,
man.
especially when I was drunk. I was drunk watching it.
Oh, drunk movies.
Yeah, I was drinking some amaretto, some Code Red.
Amaretto by morning.
I saw a movie. I think I talked about this, about the marijuana lollipop.
Marijuana lollipop.
I think
no,
you did.
I don't. Not on the podcast. I don't think. But
So there's this movie called
Coherence.
all right,
That's what it was called.
interesting title.
And it was a sci-fi movie, and it was basically people, parallel universes crossing over in the movie.
Oh, Mandela effect type stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they ran across themselves, and it was called Coherence. And when I was watching it, I was high as shit and didn't realize it. It snuck up on me because I went to my buddy's house, a Canadian, went to his house, and I said, "Oh," because I always go in there and eat all their ice cream and shit. I always go there, eat their ice cream, and I put a movie in, and they had a box of I thought it was cake, right? And I opened it up, it's like, "Oh, lollipops." I go, "Yeah, I'll just eat one." And they had like 10 of them or something, right? It's a fucking marijuana lollipop, right?
Allegedly.
This is when I was in Austin. So I ate it, and I was like looking at the movie and everything, and then it tasted kind of funny. I kept on eating it, and then it just hit me, and I didn't know. Yeah, and I was like, "Why do I feel weird? Like everything in this movie is making sense."
Am I ascending right now?
Yes,
This movie
and I
feels
said,
so
"Oh,
amazing,
my dreams make sense now." It's all the answers of the cosmos were there in front of me, and I was like, "It all makes sense." This movie's showing what I experienced in my dreams. I'm parallel universing. That's what's happening.
Yeah, see, that's that new strain I made in Schedule 1. It's called Fat Cum. It's pretty good.
Fat cum.
So yeah, and then I realized I ate a fucking marijuana fucking lollipop. Like, oh, those fuckers poisoned me. And so they got back and go, "What was that lollipop?" And they start laughing their asses off. That's what you get. That's what you get. Like,
Stealing.
Yeah, stealing our food. Yeah, that was coherence. That was a good experience to watch that movie, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nice.
So, I want to talk about this because I think it's funny as fuck. No, you don't.
Okay, I was like, don't talk about that last thing you showed me.
No. So, I've been playing a new game. It's not really new, but I've been playing it recently. It's Warframe. You ever heard of? Yeah, you have, haven't you?
Time to get up. Time to go take a piss.
This guy was making some stuff in Source Filmmaker. And right there, let me tell you, he's backing away. But
we don't talk about that.
No, we don't. We're talking about this right now. There is a particular Warframe in there, in that game, that I don't like at all.
What are you talking about? Game?
It's a game.
It's a game that's
Stupid?
I had a roommate who played it and no life. No life the fuck out of it.
Dude.
So that's why I'm thinking, like, dude, you do not need to fall into this pit trap. You really don't.
Is it a good game?
I like it. It's pretty good.
It's fun to turn your brain off and like listen to something while you're playing it, in my opinion, but
What's the game about?
It could not hold me.
Oh,
Apparently,
don't ask that.
the story
bad it
was
was?
so like over my head. You're in the future, but you're like biological, synthetic, like fucking.
Okay.
I don't know.
Makes no sense.
There, it took some.
You'll have to watch like a 10-hour video to just get the basics.
No, not doing that.
Yeah, well, I'm currently watching the 9-hour lore video about it. So
Oh my god, dude.
apparently,
Did you got grass cut something?
Shut up.
Jesus.
Listen. Okay,
But you could listen to it while you're cutting grass.
I'm going to
There you
move.
go.
I can, but I'm going to move on to why I don't like this particular Warframe. I'm trying to look up the name of it right now. I think it's called Jade. I could be wrong though. But the only reason why I don't like it is because it's pregnant.
Oh my god.
It's a pregnant Warframe. Yep. I don't like it. The developers, they're gooners, but one of them has a pregnancy finish, I guess. That's gross as
Oh, come on, man.
shit. Yeah, like
All right, let's talk about war. Let's talk about end of the earth.
End of the earth.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about like
The
China doing some
fucking-
fuck shit.
I don't want to talk about pregnant Warframe. Please stop. I already have to
I
fucking.
don't like it, bro.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
have to go
saying.
on to fucking Rule 34 and find some fucking examples of what the fuck you're talking about. I'm gonna be tortured by
All I
this.
gotta do is just go into the market, take a picture of it, and send it to you. Shut up, bitch.
Do you watch Uncensored China? No, China Uncensored.
What do you?
It's a YouTube channel.
You showed him to me.
Yeah.
It's, I'd heard of the dude. I
Yeah.
don't watch the stuff though, but
It's pretty informative. I always kind of wonder, like, there's that guy who's seems to be well informed on China, and there's the other two guys. I thought the guy was Australian. No, it was an American and a South African, both Afrikaans basically. So they both married Asian Chinese women and have families with them. And I forget which one. Maybe I think it's the American's wife is a doctor, and they had to leave the country, luckily. And they're both those two guys. They're kind of like a Motorcycles Diaries kind of thing. They'd run around in these homemade motorcycles and just travel around China.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they liked it. And I always thought these are fucking communists. That's what I was thinking. And no, they're libertarians. They but they like the Chinese people. They know there's some bad ones. They know the government's bad, and they do nothing but talk bad about China. And they give the real truth to it. Like they don't just talk bad, just talk bad. Okay, remember you know the news about the Russians being Chinese soldiers
fighting in Ukraine. Yep, I heard about that
just recently. So they're recruiting, and the money they're offering them is like big bucks for them. Ooh. They're offering like the equivalent to like $6,000 to enlist, and another maybe 2,000 to 1,500 a month. They won't last. They'll die pretty soon. They've already. I don't know how many they've captured so far, but the Chinese government is saying stop spreading the lies. But they are recruiting. There's Chinese in Russia showing the poster boards like come join us because they need the manpower and they're losing. But that's like, oh my God, this has happened. Again, China has never really been in a war like we have. And now the Russians, I didn't know the Chinese were that allied with them. I knew that
they're neighbors. They have to be somewhat.
But I didn't think that was real because you know how we have NATO, where they used to be Warsaw Pact. Now Russia has their own alliance, and the alliance is Russia, Belarus, North Korea, and some of the stands. I don't know, this is like 5 stands, I think there is, or 4. All the stands are part of that.
I know Kyrgyzstan isn't part of it, but
no, not Kyrgyzstan. There's Turkmenistan.
Well, I mean,
Tajikistan.
That seems a little weird.
There's like 5 stands, but they're all part of their alliance, and some of those soldiers are being sent to Ukraine to fight. But this trade war, I was explaining to people too that the trade war is not. It will hurt the economy a little bit, but the big story is that this is against China. And I remember I was showing you how China is producing way more than what the world needs.
Overcapacity, yeah.
Yeah, and what those two guys were saying too, because they're aware of that too, they're saying the same thing also. What's happening is that there's, you're talking millions and millions of people are going to be unemployed, and it is going to be bad for them.
In other countries? Yeah.
No, for them too, because they're going
to... okay, yeah, and over here, because there's a ton of shit where it's like we order in parts and then it gets assembled here, and then it's like, made in the good old USA, and then all the parts came from China. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need to get rid of that classification. There needs to be some kind of like thing where it's like 51% of it has to be made in the manufactured from scratch here to be qualified as made in the USA. 51%.
Remember that the whole thing about that, China claimed that they had moved like 300 million people, the equivalent to the U.S.
Yeah, the other thing is China, you don't know their population because they lie about so much shit that I don't think a proper estimate of their population
They're a billion.
Is
They're actually, India has more people than China now.
Oh, yeah.
But the idea that they said that they were able to move 300 million people, the equivalent to the U.S., from poverty to middle class, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no fucking way.
They said that too. Because I hear all the information, but like I'm at a point now, like I don't listen to the news. I listen to S2 Underground. I listen to these two guys. If I want to know about China, I go to them. They have autonomous robots that run over people in their bikes. They have they have sewage oil that they feed you poison.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're fucking like gutter oil.
It's fucking
disgusting.
They're feeding you poison. Is what they're doing. There's those conveyor belts that have food that run around, and you pick one out. There's little mice taking little train rides on those things. It's just disgusting. But they're showing all the bad stuff. And again, like they're saying, China is not advanced like you think it is. It's not.
No. Originally, the idea with Kissinger going clear back to when all that was established,
the 70s,
the liberal economic order was that if we intertwine economically with all of these countries that could go to war, we could bring them up, but also it stops war from happening because you're not going to start a war with your biggest trade partner.
Right.
That was the theory.
But once China joined was it WTO? Is it the World Trade Organization, or is it I forget? But basically, with the big 8 or the big 7 now, all the big economic countries that get together and do trade.
Wouldn't be the IMF, would it?
Not the IMF, but
World Trade Organization.
I think it's that one maybe because once China joined that, they've violated every single fucking law there is. Like whatever keeps us in line, they violate. And not only that, I knew for the longest time that China steals everything. That's in their custom. They steal everything.
It's espionage. I mean, every country's doing it to some extent.
Yeah. But they do it as a tradition. Like they steal everything. Like if you came up with some device that could light up a room, whatever, they're going to make the exact copy and cheaper. And
with slave labor. That's how they're able to beat us
Yep.
price wise with slave labor.
And you can't go to court for them. You can't go to court. What's his name? The guy on the Shark Tank, the bald-headed guy that talks a lot. That guy, I like what he says. He wanted to increase the tariffs to 400%. Is what he said.
Is it Kevin O'Leary? Was it that guy?
Maybe that guy. I think that sounds familiar. But he was on the Shark Tank. He's the bald-headed guy. He seems the coolest one there. But he was saying he got robbed by the Chinese and this Chinese government basically, and you can't do shit about it.
Robert Kiyosaki. Is that his name? The guy, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Is it that guy? I think.
No, not him. No. He's a white guy.
For a different story I'm talking about, but the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy.
Yeah.
He started a mine in China, and this is where he learned never to do business in China because once he got that mine up and running, and actually like the overhead was meeting and like it was profitable, the CCP swooped in and stole it.
Yep.
And
exactly.
like that's why you straight up you can't
Don't do it.
You can't do any
Don't
real
fucking
business
do
in
it.
there.
It's just fucking stupid how people. It's not the people's fault. It's the corporations that were trying to get over on cheap labor and they got fucked at the end. Mm-hmm. They made a lot of money, but they ended up screwing themselves later on because China just stole all that shit.
Yep. And the tariffs, all these changes that are happening, it's only because all of our manufacturing infrastructure, all that shit was just getting shipped out to other countries because they would put it like trade tariffs like coming from us, so that way it would incentivize making everything in their own countries, thus destroying our manufacturing base. And we're just bringing it back.
Yeah, but they're making trillions of dollars over us, and China thought that because they manufacture, they can call us shots. Like no, we're the consumers. Mm-hmm. Like there's one Chinese guy that they were showing, seemed to be a pretty smart guy who's actually realizing if he's basically was saying if you need to crawl on your knees to make some money, you're going to crawl on your knees to make some money. This is not what, and he's totally being honest about it. I don't know how he's not taken down because what he was saying stuff that was making sense that the Chinese think that they can call the shots. No. When your world economy depends on the four people in the world, the U.S. basically, right, the 4% of the population. He said 5, but it's actually 4.2. That we're the consumers. Mm-hmm. We call the shots. The customer calls the shots, not you.
As long as the customer can go somewhere else.
Right.
That's the issue we were running into for a bit there, is they're starting to lose options on where else you could go.
This is going to be bad for China, which to me, I'm like, fuck them. I don't care because they're the real enemy. Mm-hmm. They've been the enemy for the longest time, but people have been made some money off it. But a lot of these businesses, like Honduras too, there's something happened in Honduras where the Honduran government like said, we recognize Taiwan, and they changed their mind over because they wanted positive trade with China. And what ended up happening was they ended up coming in and taking out like I don't know how many jobs because they came and fished all their shrimp out of their waters pretty much or some shit like that. And they have like 18,000 people that are unemployed or something like that. So it's a crazy amount of people that they lost in Honduras for unemployment, and it backfired. China does not it's not the people, it's the government that's telling them what to do. The Chinese government doesn't give a fuck. They are ruthless when it comes to trading.
China's 100% top down on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's cheat, steal all you can. That's all that fucking matters to them. Mm-hmm. But I can see how this is payback finally for all the shit they've done, and then they think they're the victim. Like no,
hold up. You could go and argue that no, this is them getting their revenge for the opium wars too. So if we go doing that whole Hatfield and McCoy thing there, then it goes on forever. Man.
Yeah, that's true. But
Bucks
to me,
Rebellion.
I know that we're the bad guys sometimes too. But right now, it's fuck them.
It's like Warhammer. There are no good guys.
Yeah, that's true.
But reframing here, if you are human and humanity is your team, then humanity is the good guy.
Yeah, but we're not even at that level yet until we have aliens fighting us. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, we need the Watchmen. We need that scenario to happen.
Yeah, we need Russia back in the fold if it's ever possible against them. But this is gonna this whole that's what I don't think the Democrats here in our country realize the bigger picture. They don't know what the fuck they're wearing blinders, and they're only hearing what the Democrat propaganda is telling them what to hear, what they want to hear.
I don't think the Democrats are.
I don't think they know. No, they don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, they're still a fucking headless chicken running around the last few gasps before it flops over.
They're not listening. Look, man, this whole trade war is against China. That's the bigger picture, and they don't see that. This is what it's fucking about. And then we're going to take a hit. Yeah, we're going to take a hit, but it's going to be for the better. The golden age will come.
It's a war of attrition, and we'll definitely outlast at this rate.
Yep, we will.
Unless Taiwan.
Now, the Taiwan thing is a scary thing because there's 3 tactics for Taiwan. The slow choke. I forget the other two. The other one was like a fast invasion and just complete annihilation. But I think what China's going to do, because they're pussies, they're going to do a slow choke. They're gonna blockade.
They've been fine with strategic ambiguity from the United States this long. I don't think they're going to fucking change course and be like, yo, you need to fucking...
S2 Underground has a go, no-go list of China taking Taiwan, and most of those are in the red. There's none of them in the green. There's like 1 or 2 in the green. They predict that if anything that they might attack in 2027. They might try to do an invasion, but because of the economy's taking a hit now,
Yeah, I think they might have to up their plans, and this might be part of.
But
the
what would be
American plan.
the reason for taking Taiwan? Why?
Because it's
Pride?
reunification to them, to the mainland China right now. Everything is like that of Taiwan, of that soil, is part of China. They're just
But they're not gonna-
reunifying since that war that broke out that caused them
What's
to split.
the but?
That's the war that happened was that the communists took over the
I know that
mainland,
part,
so all
but-
the like real Chinese went to
Yeah.
Taiwan.
The Republicans
and then-
Republic went to the Republic of China went there. But I don't understand. You're not going to get any money from them. You're not going to get. All you're going to do is territory and people. That's all you're going to get, and you're going to have resistance. There's nothing to gain except maybe the semiconductor plants that are there, but they're going to be destroyed.
In the case
What
of
are
an
they gonna
invasion,
gain?
Yeah.
And then when that happens, the world's fucked for a while
No,
because
America's we already started writing the ship there where we're bringing
well,
that
that
manufacturing here.
takes a decade to do that. There's a process.
On large scale, yes. Small
Yeah.
scale, no. We could get that up and running in like a few weeks.
That's what I'm because that's a concern because that during COVID showed what happened. There's a real just a little hint what happens when you don't make any more chips, and look what happened. And last shit was like S2 Underground was giving briefings on the U.S. state by state on like what was happening. Now he was doing briefings on Afghanistan and Iraq daily, and I was watching those. And so, but then since everyone moved out, there's no more information, so it's dried up. It's dry. There's no information coming out of there. And so now he just does briefings in the U.S. and does briefings in the world. And the Taiwan thing is you saw the ships, you saw that one too. That was pretty cool. But that's against Iran. But this whole the worst case scenario. God damn it, dude! If they attack Taiwan, dude, that's that. Look how they responded to the tariffs. They're gonna attack.
It's escalation. They're playing chicken right now.
Yeah, and they think they have they think they're in the right. They call everyone, all foreigners, enemies now.
So really, I think Trump's just putting the ball in their court and saying, "You really want to pick this fight?"
You really want to pick this fight because they were trying to get everyone on their side. What's going on with Brexit? No, not BRICS. What's going on? Yeah,
So they're
That's
all
like, what's going on with that? I haven't kept up with them.
It's kind of like an unofficial organization.
Anti-dollar.
Yeah. And if they ever formally made it a real
Yeah.
thing, then I think that's when the U.S. would be like, "Hey, what's going on over here?"
Yeah, but the tariffs, I think they're fucking that up. So I think that the tariffs we put on everybody. And everyone thinks that we're the bad guys, Trump's the bad guy for doing it. It's like, no, man, you don't, like, that's the part I don't get. I don't understand why people, like, where are they getting their, is my information wrong?
So
You know what I mean?
that one British guy from the Monty Python, where he's talking about
Yes.
how you make him the enemy, and then you can
That
aspire.
was back in the 70s when he
Right.
did that, or 80s when he did that video.
You can ascribe all the negative traits and values and everything wrong with the world to the enemy.
Yep. Well,
And
it
now you can
justifies,
go, yeah, it justifies
that's
everything you do
what-
now.
That's what's going on there. They're the ones who started this. The left started, the right didn't start this. The left started this shit.
Yeah, identity politics.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think they saw it as a short-term solution to an election that was coming up, thinking that like we can get right past the finish line if we introduce identity politics.
Yeah.
But I think too many of the newcomers in the party were
Don't
like,
know what
"Hey,
the
it works. Keep using it." And then it fucking petered out after 10 years because people were like, "All right, this is all bullshit."
You mentioned Bill Maher. You saw his thing, right?
Yeah, he had that list of all the insults that Donald
He
Trump has
signed-
sent to
signed
him,
it?
and then Trump signed it for him. That's, that my dad watched that monologue, and
He almost. I think I think there's a Canadian guy that did a brief on that. Like he had he has a Canadian Mountie jacket behind him, and he looks like he's in a Winnebago. I think I'm not sure what he's in, but he was coming. And he was saying Bill Maher was going to cry. Bill Maher was going to cry. That's what he kept saying. Like was it? He goes, does that with his mouth thing because he was keeping himself from tearing up. That's what he was saying. I was like, I don't know, maybe.
So he kind of elaborated on this in his monologue, but he was expecting to see the Donald Trump that everybody sees on Twitter, mouthing off.
Yeah.
And in reality, no, he's a good old dude. Just like
He considered him a friend.
right.
Like, remember we were talking about Bill Maher earlier, saying how he's seeing which way the wind's blowing. I think he's reaching across like RFK.
He's given the olive branch to his listeners to be like, hey guys, maybe they're not as crazy as
maybe
we were
he's
led to
human,
believe.
right? Like Gabbard, Kennedy, who else? Him. Like he's actually making an effort. Like, and
I do remember he made a campaign promise to put a libertarian in his cabinet, and I can't remember if he followed through on that or not. But
who would have been?
That's what I'm trying to think. Who would he have?
But I think I really like I've always liked Bill Maher, but I know he's a crazy left leaning, but he's just
too disconnected at this point.
But I think he's getting more connected now because I think he said it too. Like he was telling him, people are going to hate me for this,
right?
For just being
for being honest.
Yeah. And I was like,
that's
wow.
scary. That's a scary position to be in.
Yes, and that's why I wonder when I go back to, like I said, is my information right?
The fact that you even ask that says you're on the right path, because I don't think.
Well, thanks. Yeah, because like, am I? Because okay, that's another thing too. About talk about arguments. Did you watch that British guy that was on Joe Rogan with the other comedian guy? They were talking. Look up if you can look up Joe Rogan. Oh man, his latest podcast, and he had a British guy, and the British guy was I think a journalist from England, and he was saying something about, he was giving the other comedian a hard time because he'd never been to Israel. So I mean,
I gotta watch that still.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know which one you're talking about because it's on my playlist for work this week.
Dude, that's such a fucked up argument. It was a stupid argument.
What, you've never been there? How can you talk about a place you've never been there? How can you say heroin's bad if you've never tried it?
No, I liked that he put Joe Rogan on the spot and the other guy on the spot. That's good. But, and he was kind of be funny, but he was being pretty serious. And when it came, the one thing I didn't like, the other guy comedian,
Dave Smith.
Dave Smith is Jewish.
Yes.
And he's giving criticism to Israel.
Well, yeah.
How can you? I'm part Jewish, dude. Like 6%. Like
how long ago was this
Shalom.
video?
Oh, there goes the audience. No.
Shalom. But I'm not saying. But how the hell can you critique? How can you critique Israel and be a anti-Semite?
Is it that one right there?
Let me see.
Yep. Douglas Murray and Dave Smith.
Yes.
Those guys.
So
Douglas Murray is the British journalist.
Everyone is target for criticism. Doesn't matter who the fuck you are.
Yes.
Even Jesus. Come on, man.
I'm trying to remember the name of Dave Smith's podcast right now, but I've listened to some of his episodes because him and his other dude, they do good breakdowns, and the fact that he's a comedian too, it makes it fucking funny.
Well, another thing, this whole thing, and then Tim Pool talked about it too, saying don't fall back. I'm a comedian. No, shut the fuck up. You're a human.
He was talking about Bill Burr on that.
Bill Burr, no,
Bill Burr, because he was saying that.
No, I saw him commenting about this argument that they had. Tim Pool talked about it, and Tim Pool did, because I agree with that too. That's what the British guy was saying. He was saying you have to be an expert. Well,
credentialism, yeah.
Shut the fuck up with that. Okay, then I'm telling you right now, everything I've been talking about in this last podcast, I'm an expert. I am a complete expert on everything.
He does have a PhD in bullshit. So,
all right, like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have a right to say anything on anything unless you have a PhD or unless you've touched the ground that you were there. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I can understand when he talks about hell divers. I ask him questions because I want to know, like, how many people were sacrificed for this? How many planets were lost? But I don't talk about it because I don't play the game. That's why I don't talk about it.
I don't even think it's on Mac. So
yeah, if I tried, I couldn't play it. If I tried,
it better be on Mac.
It better be on Mac.
A modern PC release. So I hope it's on Mac.
So that
it better fucking be.
But his thing, like you have to be there in order to talk about it, or you have to be a professional to talk about it. And what he's starting to sound like what the God, that's so fucking terrible with names.
I can tell you where that line of thinking comes from, though.
Oh yeah, where's it from?
So credentialism. Okay, let's say you had to spend 6 years or 8 years of your life to go into the field you want to go into. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you put in all that time and effort and you do your fucking thesis, you get your fucking degree.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see someone spouting off about stuff that you know is clearly wrong. But because you went to school for this and a bunch of people who also went to school told you that was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, is that guy wrong? You could look into it and figure out for sure, and then have an actual debate with the person.
Yeah.
Or you could just say, no, this person's unqualified. They didn't go to the school. They didn't spend the fucking time.
Yeah, fuck off of that.
And then, yeah, no.
No, I think
I can understand both arguments.
Yeah.
Because like, yes, this person did spend time and like to hone their craft on it. Journalism, I'd say, not in universities anymore. It's not a thing that you can go to school and learn.
The David guy, he responded saying, well, have you been to Nazi Germany? And he goes real quick, you can't time travel. He goes like that to him.
Well, no shit. You can't talk about it then.
You can't talk about it then. Exactly. You weren't there.
Nobody can. Nobody you do.
I know. We get. It's just fucking stupid. That was a nothing burger argument, basically, right? It was a
Nothing
stupid.
burger, yeah.
It was a stupid argument. That was a really stupid. I think he lost cool points when he said that. Now, I'll tell you, any British person who talks, and they sound pretty fucking intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But
It's just the accent, yeah.
they already have qualified. No matter what it is, 100% qualified. Whatever their accent, the British accent, they have 100% qualification on whatever it is. Pokemon, Helldivers, whatever it is. But it just seems like, that was just a really funny thing. And I started thinking about, oh no, I'm second guessing everything I'm saying. I'm like, no, I'm pretty damn sure what I'm saying is accurate because and I was like, can I call myself a professional? I'm an expert.
I'd say in like the fucking genealogy shit, yeah. Because if I have a question about that, I'm obviously
Yeah,
I'm
when
gonna
it
go
comes
your-
to that, yeah, but anything else, I think you're just a professional parrot because you just parrot it
Yes.
back.
No, well, I'm learning too because when I'm parroting what those 4
Yeah.
YouTube channels are saying because I'm copying what they're saying. What?
Do you see it? Professional.
Professional retard.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
yeah.
but I parroted what they say because one, I respect what they're saying, and I take what they're saying because each one of them, what is it? Benjamin Berger, him, Gutsit Gibbons, and the
Gutsit Gibbons,
the sexy blonde
History
chick.
with Kayla.
Yeah, that one, and the other atheist guy that I watched.
Yeah, what is his name?
Oh man,
I'll put it up.
yeah, we'll find it because
Because I
all
like
4 of
his
them,
stuff.
his stuff is really good, but each one of them, man, is
Especially that one particular
they're all
video.
really fucking good because it's like it's kind of fucked up to where one has this, the other one doesn't. This one has this, and this one doesn't have it. You know, they don't all have it all there. So for me, I was like, well, I'm going to put it all together.
There you go.
And that's the only thing I can do is put it all together because I respect these 4 people because they definitely know what the fuck they're talking about.
And if they're citing their sources, when you cite them,
Yes.
now you're citing their sources too.
Now, again, every time I do this, it has to be written in pencil. It can't be written in stone or ink, right?
Yep.
It has to be corrected.
It can be changed.
It can be changed because new information, the science is never settled. So you have to look at it that way too. So having an open mind as far as like receiving information, but it's like we're not even to the philosophy part yet, and that's gonna like.
It's gonna be wild.
I'm just blown away on like how many versions there were. Like when she spit remember I look at the pretty girls say all the fucking species, and I'm like, God damn, that's impressive.
The way that she even said it to I think it's Latin, right? That's what that is.
It's Latin.
Yeah. but the way that she was saying Latin, it was.
I think she's
It was
Swedish.
fluent. I think it was
Yeah.
fluent.
Because it's all pretty much it's Latin is the mother tongue to that science basically, but it's really neat because for me like I'm definitely a parrot repeating what they're saying, but I'm putting the pieces together because I have the overlays in my head. I'm overlaying the time, and every time I find a species they talk about, I do it in order of when they appeared. And then I start getting a better picture for it, like all the religion and then on all those because that's something at this time that we're at 7.4, they're using tools. They're not making fire yet. They're They're using tools. They're using sticks. They're using rocks. They're walking and crawling. They're still doing that. And so there is a culture. There definitely is the first culture, this ape culture, monkey culture, what do you want to call it? There definitely is a culture. It's their culture. It definitely was Planet of the Apes for sure. But getting into the part where when you go into, the video you just showed me earlier, you linked to me and I saw it in the Red Ochre. Now, the Red Ochre thing that comes later, that, I don't understand that. How the fuck? I always kind of understood that the Neanderthals are the ones that taught us burial. And the Neanderthals taught us, because again, I think the Neanderthals were now where does Nephilim fall in? Where are the ice? I don't know. I don't know where that falls into, or Atlantis or all that shit. But the Red Ochre was used in Africa. It was used in the Middle East by the Neanderthals. It was used by the Aboriginals at 20 to 40,000 years ago, because they got there at 50,000 years ago. And it was used in the Red Lady of Puebloland. And that's 35,000 years ago. Yeah, something like that. So what is it with the red ochre? I don't understand that. That is, they cover the skin in red ochre. They cover the skin, and then when they bury it or whatever, and then the flesh rots away and the meat rots away, the red ochre stains the bones red. And it does that, and it's like, what is going on with that? So when does it happen in the tree of religion? Like, where does it happen there? That I'm not there yet, but
I would imagine pretty early on if it's that old.
I don't know. And again, it's and then the idea too. Okay, if I'm really leaning toward that the aliens are the demons, and that the aliens modded us.
They just showed up and were like, "Hey, we could change this and make the monkey stand on two legs."
And back to what that lady heard from the alien in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still on the fence about that one.
It's a good story.
It is,
but exactly. We're not even there yet. The only thing I've been able to link in. Okay, I know where the Bigfoot may come from, maybe, and I know we're about the Stone Ape theory, and we're getting to where we're in the last branch of all the hominines. Hominian. That's where we're at. I can't see the damn words. Yeah, that's where we're at now. So like shit. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff, man. And then, wait till we get to the philosophy and that's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be wild.
You going to bring a thing?
Gene Stealers.
Gene Stealers. Oh no.
He's got a pair of jeans in his hand. He's stealing them.
Put that in the fucking.
I'll do that. I'll do
that's a
that.
good meme.
Jean stealers.
I just saw. Okay, so there's this old YouTube video.
Where are we at?
Yeah,
We got like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna,
So 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
speed.
okay,
I'm going to speed this along. There was this old video. I don't remember the creator, but Steve forcing himself upon a creeper. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know it exactly. I'm
Steve.
I'm not going to put it on the screen. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not going to put any of it up on the screen right now.
Are you talking?
But I just saw that.
I've
but
seen
it
it.
was Minecraft Steve from the Minecraft movie.
Stop.
Yeah.
Jack Black did not need to do that to that creeper.
He did not need to do that. Jack
I've seen
Black, how
some-
could you?
I've seen some hentai with.
Oh,
You don't start a sentence with that. You do not start a sentence with.
I've seen some hentai. Steve
dude, it's-
with
it's-
the creeper.
dude.
No,
that-
Steve with the what's that? The black creeper.
Oh, the black one.
Yeah, the purple one.
the
It's called an
Enderman?
Enderman.
Enderman. Yes,
Or
it's pretty raunchy.
It was pretty
I
raunchy.
bet. The only
Okay.
thing, the Enderman. My favorite meme about them is when they go to Mecca and they steal the Mecca cube. That's my favorite. They just go there and
Take
Yep.
it. I remember when I was playing Minecraft and I heard that what noise it makes. And
It's-
like, what
it's
the
a
fuck?
really good sound
it's
design.
Fucking, it scared the shit out of me.
Really?
I got chills. Like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
Here, check this out. I'm gonna drink this and I'm gonna put the sound effect on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking make this noise. It's
Yeah.
fucking like, oh, what the fuck was that? It does
Oh, the
that.
teleport noise?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it scared the shit out of me.
Dude, imagine a fucking like 10-year-old playing this game.
Yeah.
Way past my bedtime. I'm not supposed to be awake. I'm not supposed to be on the computer. Ah!
Yeah, and the hissing part too.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah, that would
creeper
scare
hit.
the shit out of me too.
Blows up your fucking dirt hut for the fifth time.
Dude,
Someone was playing Minecraft and they're
Yeah.
doing to where they donate and they put the creeper sound noise in. No, the hissing sound of the
Oh
creeper,
my God. That's
and
funny.
it scared the fuck out of me. Oh, you fucking asshole! They
That's
put the
hilarious.
creeper sound in there.
dude. So it was like that one time in Minecraft. So I yearned for the mines.
Stop.
I'm in my mind, right? I'm minus mine or whatever, and we're in creative. My friend's in creative because he's fucking the host of the world, and he starts putting fucking little masks all over the place of the heads of like the mobs and all that.
Oh.
And one of them scared the shit out of me because he placed it right in front of me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Fuck you, dude!" And then I turned around, there was an actual zombie right behind me
That's
too.
funny.
And I was like, "What the fuck? I hate this place. I hate it."
I like that game. Dude. I wish I could fucking once I went to PC, I was like I couldn't play it on my Mac.
Hey man, you can play Vintage Story with us.
It's pretty fun. Vintage Story is like
Can I? How? How do I do that?
you just got to buy it.
Yeah, you
it's,
gotta-
it's not on,
Oh,
it's
man.
not on Steam, but
no
it's,
money,
it's
man.
like $20. Oh, it's pretty good.
It's not on Steam?
It's not on
not,
Steam. No,
Oh man.
it's fun though. It's basically I'd say a spiritual successor to Minecraft right now
Oh okay.
because Notch hasn't.
That's
gotten,
the one that we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Notch has not gotten. He hasn't released anything about his spiritual successor. He just kind of like teased it out there as like, yeah, I might make a spiritual successor to Minecraft,
Really?
which would be cool.
Which
I'm
would be
on board.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd say right now, Vintage Story is that spiritual successor.
It's a pretty fun game. It's
We'll
it's
look it up.
realistic.
We'll look it up and see. I want to see some of the gameplay.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Like
it's
collecting little copper bits by panning with
Yeah,
sand
that's pretty cool.
until you have enough. Oh my god! It takes
Oh
forever.
crap! I should talk about that next episode.
I always thought
Go into
Minecraft was
detail
like
about it.
purgatory.
Well, you thought Minecraft was purgatory?
Yeah, like you. This is where you're.
You die and you end up in a block world.
Yeah.
Huh. That kind
That's-
of reminds me of another game.
But
Kind
there-
of like Purgatory, the 10th realm, Valheim, Haroldheim.
Because I heard when I was a kid, I heard a story of hell where you're put on a planet,
Okay.
and every 100 years a bird would come over and fly over. I don't know where the story came from. I remember it stuck in my head, and you could never die, but you had to create everything, and like that was hell. I was like, that doesn't sound like hell to me. It sounds like a pretty cool place. You know, like, it's just, you
gotta
make your
think,
own
if-
world
If you're literally the only
Yeah.
sentient being,
on the planet, and you
That
can
would-
never die. But imagine if you live forever, then you can actually
you could see life.
you can
Breed
see,
with yourself enough. that-
Oh my God.
You could mine, you can make copper, you find gold, and you start making computers, you start making AI, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're smart enough, you could get smart over time. Then if you're, it's kind of like when I heard the story, it was supposed to scare me. It's like I thought of like that would be you'd be your own god in your own little world. And if you live forever, you can figure things out and you can make your own civilization eventually. That's what I was thinking.
Who's to say this isn't somebody else's Minecraft?
I know, right? Whoa. The simulation.
Minecraft is just God's highlighter.
Bars.
Any movies you want to see? Any stuff you want to see? Any movies coming out?
I don't know. Really, I don't think there's anything interesting to me.
I want to see
right
what
now.
they do with the Dune series, with the
Oh,
where they take it from here. If they stay
Man.
true
Can
to
they
the books
just
or
remove
not.
Zendaya?
No, they're what do you call Nerd Cookies was talking about
Nerd cookies.
Yeah, she's talking about they're bringing in some actors, some big names, and so they're going to be. It looks like I think this third one, but that's all he's going to do. He's going to do one more, and that's it. He's done. But he's going to do Rendezvous with Rama, and you know what that story is, right? Rendezvous with Rama is like the
flashlight.
Okay.
what's it called? Oumuamua. When it came through and it went through.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Oumuamua
yeah.
is that looked like a giant turd that just
Yeah, I
like
know what
kept,
he's talking about.
it went to the sun and kept on going. Well, it's actually based on I think it's an Indian. Rama is an Indian god or some kind.
Yeah.
And what the Rendezvous with Rama is a spacecraft that spins and it has gravity, right? So that's-
Centrifugal force, yeah.
yeah. And it's passing through the Earth, to the solar system, basically. And they're trying to send a spaceship to go meet with it and go inside. And so they do. And the first book is pretty good. But then I've heard, like, what happens in the second book and third book? Well, in the second and third, it gets bad to where the humans that are on there, there's rape gangs. And it's like,
Okay.
all right, it just goes to shit.
right.
It just goes to shit. But Rendezvous with Rama, the whole idea seems pretty interesting. And it's actually the alien species sent it out there to hopefully somebody would find it, get on it, and come back, and they can communicate with them, and then send it back, and then come back again. And the entire story of Rendezvous with Rama spans over a few hundred years.
Wow.
And they come back and visit, and they come back and visit like that. So it's a pretty interesting story, and he's going to do that one instead of Dune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
That sounds cool.
The other one is Slingshot. Slingshot's another sci-fi movie I want to see. That seems pretty interesting too. It's the guy who played K on Blade Runner.
Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling, yeah, he's playing the teacher astronaut that's going to go to space and meet with aliens. And
We can talk about Tom Cruise again. Let's see how he's trying to do.
he's been working on that. That's he's supposed to go do a movie in space in the ISS, and that's never happened yet. They're still in the process because they couldn't.
How do you ensure that?
Yeah, he's a pretty important person when it comes to that. Like it's like when it comes to the film stuff, he's pretty important.
Do you get like government insurance, bro? Like, what's up?
All you gotta do is send it on us Falcon 9. It's sure they're gonna get there. Because that now that the that one company that sent that probe to the moon and it landed, but it fell over. It fell over. Well, they put their second one on the Falcon 9 because the Falcon 9 is going to send it. The Soyuz was the workhorse. The Soyuz rocket, the Russians was proven technology. There was a guy out of Austin that actually went to the ISS. He invented some kind of like D&D gaming thing, computer game.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so he became a millionaire. He spent $20 million. He's paid them to go in space. He had the money to go do that. So the Soyuz was just laying on the side, like ready to go, and it hasn't been assembled yet. And like they told him, that's the rocket you're going to go on. They go, it's not put together. We're taking off tomorrow. What's going on? And I said, no, we're fine. And then they go eat their lunch, their food or whatever. And the next thing you know, it's like they have it assembled the next day or something. And we're okay, ready to go. And like, what? And go. And it's because the Soyuz is like a proven workhorse. It works. It's so like the Russians. You think the Russians are stupid? And they're like, no. When it came to the space program, the Russians really had stuff that worked. Look at the AK. The AK. Like that's you throw it in the
one of the only
mud.
failed things.
Throw it in the mud. You shoot it. You pour
fine.
some whatever in it. It just works just fine.
One of the
works.
only successful things to come from communism.
It's the AK and the Soyuz. Yeah, but the idea was like we don't want to use. We want to be. We can't. No, it's not good to be dependent on them. So we have to be. That's the Falcon 9 has replaced that. That's the whole reason. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, you guys got anything to shout out?
No. Well, you know what? I'm going to shout out something. I'm going to shout out Sardonic Reaper because he's trying to do his YouTube stuff now instead of streaming. My brother.
Oh, cool.
Sardonic Reaper, shout out. Kiss ya.
What's he do? What's he?
He's been doing a lot of things. He is actually in the process of editing his Schedule 1 video.
Ooh.
Oh.
So
Okay.
That'd be interesting.
I almost forgot my lightsaber today. Almost forgot it.
I seen a little bit of his work and it's kind of funny. So I kind of give him a few pointers and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna give him advice anyways.
Well, all right. I am Soggy Hog or at Soggy Hog on Twitter. Follow me there.
Yep.
You guys got anything else or?
Got my cup rom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cup. I'll bring mine next time. All right. I think that does it. Lisa Nagi!